Shalom, shalom to the whole elect of Israel, to the elect of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honor to the apostles, the elder bishop, and elders, the millstone, who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, ready to accept it or not. In the sincere salutation called the oxen pushing this truth and believing this truth. You got the four winds of the earth, the entire world, shedding light to those who live. Shalom to the outwatch, who are listening and learning. These books who are listening and learning. Hey, my guys from Jim Messalano Camp, Pastor Doom, coming at you on a lesson of truth, fact, faith, and edification, of daily edification, will always be edifying. So I'll title this lesson, but it's pouring down raining out here. As rain falls, so shall the Lord's judgment real soon. And I hear to prophesy the downfall of America. What I would say Babylon the Great, aka America, better known as America. But in the Bible, America is known as Babylon the Great, which will be destroyed. America is also spiritually Egypt. It's also the revived Roman Empire. It's all these old ancient Babylon, the original Babylon, with this guy Nimrod, the Babylonian captivity that was led by Nimrod. What's the guy name? Nebuchadnezzar, right? Nineveh, Assyria. America is all these countries wrapped up into one. And it's cold because when the Lord told Abraham that the judgment of the Amorites are not yet full, we watching all that is here in America, man. The judgment of America has to be fulfilled, and then the judgment's gonna come. But out here again to warn you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, that judgment is coming. And I ain't even gonna say to warn you to repent, because 2/3 can't repent. But we out here to give warning that America will be destroyed, man. Whether you accept it, whether you acknowledge it or not, whether you see the prophecies unfolding in real time, America will be destroyed, man. And it's going to be destroyed by Russia, Iran, and China, and all the other allies of the BRICS nations. And for some reason, when they pour down rain in Florida, down here in Orlando, it be so many accidents, man. So many accidents. But we're dealing with the judgment of the Lord. I want to start in Amos. It's Amos 5 and verse 16. And the Lord, matter of fact, let me read in Exodus, right? In Exodus chapter 11. In Exodus 12, I'm sorry. In Exodus 12 and 12. Yeah. So, what happened in Egypt when the Lord delivered, or before the Lord delivered the Israelites, just as now, America is spiritually Egypt. Look on back of the dollar, you see the pyramid. The pyramid is not there for no reason, man. It's a reason the Lord put the spirit on the so-called white man to put the pyramid on back of the dollar. There's a reason for that. But I tell you in Revelations 11 and 8 that America, Babylon the Great, is spiritually Egypt. But this is what happened in Egypt before the Lord delivered the Israelites. Because, hey, meditating on what happened in Egypt, and we saw the promises play out, man. Right? The Lord told Moses, hey, warn the Israelites what I'm about to do to the Egyptians. So we was in Egypt watching the prophecies play out in real time, man. Just as now. This is Exodus 12 and 12 it reads, for I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am Yahweh. And it's cold because all the firstborn of the so-called white man now, they're going to be in the bunkers, man. They're going in the bunkers. The Lord ain't going to destroy them. Because them same ones the Lord said he's going to kill all the firstborn, well, the Lord is sparing all the elite families and their firstborn sons because they got to bring back slaves into captivity, man, in the kingdom. All the Edomites is going to get put to death throughout the four corners of the earth. Whoever dies, the ones in America, in Israel, and wherever else the Lord going to kill them Edomites, the elites got to bring them Edomites back in the kingdom, man. Picture that. Picture getting out the slave ships right in America, however many it was, hundreds of thousands. Let's say it was 1 million slaves got off the slave ships in America. We're talking about Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Just imagining having kids every 9 months on the plantation, which multiplied to hundreds of millions of Israelites. Imagine the few Edomites, right? They said they want to maintain humanity at 500 million. Imagine, because the only one's going to be left after the destruction is the elect, which is going to be in the chariots. But the only one that's going to physically be on earth is the elites in the bunkers, right? So just imagine it's 500,000 Edomites in bunkers, right? Well, they got to multiply that 500,000 in the kingdom to millions. You know how long 1,000 years of slavery is, man? So we're talking about millions and millions of Israelites, of Edomites, possibly billions. Possibly billions of Edomites, so they got to rebuild the kingdom. They got to rebuild Israel, right? They got to rebuild the kingdom, man. So if it's only going to be, let's just say 500,000 Edomites in bunkers, right? Well, they got to multiply that to millions, man, in the kingdom. Those 500,000 Edomites, hey, y'all got to do a lot of fucking, man. Yeah. Y'all got to do a lot of procreating, man, because we need servants. And all our slaves don't come through the elites. Exodus 12 and 12 it reads, for I will pass through the land of Egypt this night and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt. Now the point I want to make out of this, because I'm going to read Amos 5 and 16. The Lord say, Exodus 12 and 12 it reads, for I will pass through the land of Egypt this night and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt will I execute judgment. I am the Lord Yahweh. Now I say the same thing in Isaiah 19. The Lord said he's going to destroy all the idols that's in Egypt now. Now this is Amos 5 and 16. But the Lord said he's going to pass through Egypt this night, right? This is Amos 5 and 16. Therefore the Lord, the power of hosts, the Lord saith thus, wailing shall be in all streets, and wailing is a loud lamentation, man, screaming, hollering. Wailing shall be in all streets in America, Babylon the Great, and they shall say in all the highways, alas, alas, and they shall call the husbandmen to mourning, and such as are skillful lamentation to wailing. And in all vineyards shall be wailing, for I will pass through thee, saith Yahweh. Same thing the Lord did in ancient Egypt, he's going to do in the modern Egypt. Now he said in Exodus 12 that he's going to destroy all the gods of Egypt, right? Well, this same precept in Exodus 12 and 12 is in Isaiah 19 and 1 it reads, the burden of Egypt, behold. See, this ain't talking about ancient Egypt. Because that burden already happened. And to prove that, real quick, this is Isaiah 42. In verse 9 it reads, behold, the former things are come to pass, right? The destruction of Egypt. What happened with Northern Kingdom going into captivity under the Syrians, 2 Kings 17. Judah, Benjamin, Levi going into captivity under the Babylonians. That happened. The flood happened, right? Them things happened. The siege of Masada. When you read in 2 Kings, what is that, 2 Kings 6? That happened. 70 AD happened. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare before they spring forth. I tell you of them. So this is Isaiah 19:1. It reads, the burden of Egypt, behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, which is a chariot. The so-called white man called them spaceships, the UFOs, but the Bible they call chariots. And shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. So the same thing the Lord did in the Egyptian empire under Pharaoh, he's finna do here. And again, we was in Egypt, all 12 tribes of Israel, watching the prophecy play out, man. Guess what? All 12 tribes of Israel is here in America. They're finna watch it happen again, man. They're finna watch it happen again. So back in Amos 5 and 17 it reads, 18. Let me read 17 again. And in all vineyards shall be wailing. That's all the workplaces in America. In all vineyards shall be wailing, for I will pass through thee, saith Yahweh. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh is darkness and not light. You got a lot of these Christians talking about they're gonna get raptured out of here. They ready for the Lord to come back. It say, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. Because they don't understand what they're saying, man. To what end is it for you? To what end is it for a Christian? Now we know that Christianity has destroyed our people, man. You so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians are destroyed from the so-called white man pushing Christian. It's called plantation Christianity, as our Apostle Tahar coined that, man. Plantation Christianity destroyed our people, man. So what end is it for a Christian? What end is it? In this, so many denominations of Christianity, man. Baptist, Methodist, Pentecostal, Protestant, Seventh-day Adventist, Jehovah's Witness. It's a lot of different ones, man. So what end is it to these people that worship, what a boy say, a porcelain god? What end is it to a anti-Christian that believe in the so-called white man? What end is it for them? It's gonna be destruction, man. Cause they don't know what the Lord Yahweh told the woman at the well. You know not what you worship, man. You don't know what you worship. These whack-ass Christians don't know what they worship. These anti-Christians, cause they ain't Christian. The real Christians are so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, nations. And that's according to Acts 11, man. It said the disciples were first called Christians in Antioch. The disciples. And each one of the disciples was Israelites, man. The Lord ain't had no heathens as one of the 12 tribes, man. It's one of the 12 apostles. The Lord ain't had no heathens as one of the 12 apostles, man. Again, Amos 5 and 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh is darkness and not light. And it's heavy because they don't know what they worship, man. And everybody looking for the Lord, thinking they're going to get raptured out of here. Hey, there is no so-called rapture. according to the Bible, man. But you know they talking about that first Thessalonians 4:16 when it said that the elect gonna get caught up with the Lord in the air. That's what they talking about. But when you tell them to find rapture in the Bible, it's not there. It tell you in what's that Matthew 24:29-31 that the Lord is gonna send his elect. The Lord gonna send his angels, and they gonna gather the elect from the four winds of the earth, man. This ain't talk about no Christians, man, that believe in Jesus Christos, the so-called white God. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house and laid his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. So this is going from one calamity to another. Because it starts off saying, as if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. It's talking about running. That lion is a calamity. That bear, that's a greater calamity. So if you have to get away from those two calamities, then the Lord said a serpent is going to be there, which is a worse calamity. A serpent is a worse calamity, man. So if you get away from a lion and a bear, and a serpent bites you, it had been better to get ripped to shreds by a lion or a bear, man. Because now the venom from that serpent, if it's a venomous snake, and more than likely it will be, but it's paraphrasing, talking about calamity. So if you get away from somebody that want to eat you because they was hungry, then you run up on somebody that got you at gunpoint, and you get away from that. Even though he getting ate on is worse than getting shot, but I'm just making a point. Or you get away from the guy that tried to eat you, or the guy that wanted to kill you, and take the little bit that you had. Then you run into something else, man, that just, hey, wanna chop your ass up with an axe. Who knows? But the calamity is gonna be worse and worse, man. That's why I say the lion, a bear, and a serpent. Worst calamities. Who wanna deal with that? And you got to deal with it in the time of Jacob's trouble. When the food gonna be scarce out here. And I gotta go back and I'm watching this movie. It's called on Prime. It's called Armageddon. It's called Armageddon, right? I'm gonna play the clip from the dude. I'm gonna have to record it. I'm gonna do a lesson on it because the guy was talking about him and the chick was talking. And she was like, yeah, so you trying to, he was like, yeah, we trying to kill 7 billion people in the movie. I'm like, damn, I gotta go back to that point. It was like 19 minutes in. And she was like, you want to kill it? He was like, yeah, but he said, and he mentioned a quote from Henry Kissinger, because they were talking about the New World Order. He said, a great America is the start of a New World Order. So they were talking about killing the people and getting the people down to the 500 million like it's selling the Georgia Guidestone, man. I'm gonna have to record the clip and I'm gonna do a lesson on that. Lord willing. Watching the last, I'm like, man, that's crazy, man. The old ass movie. It's called Armageddon. That's what it's called. Hey, but these devils, the Lord got them working overtime to get rid of Jake. To get rid of these so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. So the Lord got a bone picked with 2/3. That's why it said in Isaiah, let me read this. Isaiah 42, the Lord is stirring up jealousy, man. The Lord is really, what I be saying, ruffling feathers, man. Because he said he came to bring division. The Lord is bringing division. Oh, what's that? First Corinthians 11:19. There must be heresies among you, that they which are proved may be made manifest among you. All these different religions out here, but they all serve Jesus Christ, man. They ain't serving the true power. So the Lord got division. Isaiah 42:13. Yahweh shall go forth as a mighty man, He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yell, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now when I cry like a travailing woman, I was destroyed and devoured at once. And they tell you in Matthew 25 at midnight, there was a cry made. Yahweh Shah, man. That cry, the Lord say, now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. And that's going to be Yahweh Shah coming and hey, that shout. First you're going to hear, but you got to remember, Jacob trouble going to be going on, man. The Jacob trouble going to be going on. And then that's going to be a shout in the Paleo Hebrew, come up hither.
Hey, boss man, I just have to ask you to read the postage.
Huh?
You can't be within the area here. I have to ask you to read the postage.
Why can't be here?
You have to have, like, if you're doing any filming on public property in the city, you have to have a permit. And if you don't, you're going to have to charge the fee of $500. So just to be on the safe side, I'm asking you to leave the property.
Since when this been going on?
It's always been a rule for the city.
So I teach over there every Saturday, nobody don't say and Friday, right here on the corner.
That's fine, but just here, it's just
Is this spot?
Why y'all
Alright.
got a sign saying that you
Alright.
can't stand right here?
You
don't have no time. You don't have no sign.
That's why the security's here, just to inform you.
All right,
guys.
this all good, bro.
Yeah, anytime you be in Orlando, I work for the city of Orlando. I used to work for the city. City put a sign up where you cannot be. That's the city of Orlando.
I understand that.
You know what I mean? The city put a sign like, hey, this is where you cannot be. It
Yeah,
look
bro.
like
It's all good.
yeah, that's what they do.
That's the demon spirit, bro. It's all good.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
That's his discretion.
Yeah. It's all good, bro.
My pastor is chief. That's how you bring it up. You didn't bring that shit up. You didn't put a sign up.
Yeah, it's all
For
good.
real, bro.
Yeah,
They ain't like you went down where the city at.
yeah.
That city and that city. This here is not city.
It ain't never been no problem before, bro.
No, bro.
I never been over here before. Ain't never been no problem.
It ain't
Right,
city.
right.
That's something he got going on.
As a matter of fact, I ain't going no fucking way.
No, bro.
You gotta call the police.
Yeah, I'll be right here. Cause it ain't city. I'll be right here. Cause it ain't city, bro.
Fuck that, I ain't going nowhere.
Anywhere city don't want you at, they gonna put a permit.
Anyway, let me go back to this. This nigga lying.
That's that racist ass message.
This nigga lying. Maybe I should move though, just to be on the safe side.
Well, because see, they put a sign like Big Bro. Certain them like buildings down there, they got a sign that you cannot be on their property.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
Them buildings down there have a sign like I don't want you doing this, I don't want you doing that. Do not come on my property. No loitering, but no loitering, none of that.
It done slowed down. I'm gonna go back. I used to be down here in front of the
Yes, sir.
the law
Which one to
office.
grab? You grab the
Yeah,
sign?
you can grab that cooler for me, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going back down here just to be on the safe side, man, because I hate to slap the fuck out of these dudes, bro. Yeah, right there where that law office at? Yeah, I'm gonna go right there. Yeah, bro. I know that nigga lying, bro. That nigga don't want to hear this truth. That shit fucking with his ass, but it's all good. You see how the Lord sent a brother out here to help Jake. The man said he was working for the city. This nigga lying, man. But it's all good. Lying ass nigga. Yeah, that's good, boss. Thank you, bro. Yep. Lying ass devil. It's all good. Damn, and it's damn Ishmael like too, man. Damn Ishmael. Yeah, thank you, boss. Yeah, the lot is that with you for. Bear with me, man. know that devil lying, man. Damn Ishmaelite, man. The Lord gonna get it. I'm gonna put a curse on that nigga too. Damn devil, man. But it's all the spirit though. And I ain't gonna, I'm here on that Isaiah 45 and 9. Isaiah 45 and 9, and they say, woe to thee that strive with his maker. So I'm not gonna strive with the Lord, man. Now the Lord telling me to move, it's all the spirit. Right. So yeah. Let me read this. Jeremiah chapter 9, and verse 23. It reads, thus saith Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and know of me, that I am Yahweh, which execute loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For these things are the light, saith Yahweh. Hey, the Lord delighted in judgment. Judgment.
Lord, I hear you. You fresh, man. You fresh, man.
Psalm 89.
Shalom, Mark.
Shalom.
Yeah, y'all about to Let me grab that for you. Where you at?
Psalms 89 and 14. I gotta go.
Okay, come.
It reads, justice and judgment are the habitation of thy throne. Mercy and truth shall go before thy face. Hey, it's gonna come a time Ishmael ain't gonna be able to tell us shit, man. This damn demon. Nigga talking about that I get a $500 fine. Nigga, that ain't the city shit. And the Lord sent this Jake to tell him, bro, he's working for the city. Nigga, what a sign that. But anyway, it's all the spirit of the Lord, man. The Lord didn't want me down there no more. It'll slow. And the only reason I ain't come down here, because when I was down here earlier, before I turned the camera on, it was raining, and they got these scalpels, what they call scalpels, and they got, and the rain was hitting them hard, and the aluminum was real loud, so I didn't want to start like that. But anyway, the Lord like, nah, take your ass back down there. Hey, they can hear you.
That's it.
So funny. Again, Psalm 89 and 14, justice and judgment are the habitation of thy throne. Mercy and truth shall go before thy face. Hey, that nigga got me hot right now. Two things about it. That was a fucking Ishmaelite, man.
Yeah, boy.
This nigga in the goddamn car garage. It's all good. We gonna get you, bitch. I want that nigga on the plantation too. Oh, you gonna be one of mine. Fucking with the Lord, man. Anyway.
Man, you a white dude, man. I was helping a white dude, man. He called the police on me. I grabbed him. Like I was trying to rob him, man. 8 police rolled up on me, man. The shit got shot, man. I'm like,
You go to
man.
Nahum real
I
quick.
see the man called me because yeah, he
This is Nahum chapter 3 verse 1. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. Why? Because of the so-called white people. Say he's the force of lies. He is a position of no value. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. And the prey are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. In verse 4 reads, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlots, the mistress of witchcraft that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft, man. And that's the elite. This is what they have done time and time again. Hey, since America has been established, man. Behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirt upon thy face. That's Jeremiah 49 and 10. Isaiah 47. It say, pass over the locks, make bare the legs. The Lord is making the so-called white man last rulership bearer, man. There was a time when he was hid. Nobody knew about the elites. Nobody knew the wickedness that they was doing. Even though it was getting done, nobody knew about it.
Hey, gentlemen, doing?
All right, how you doing?
All right, that's good. You too. It was in secret, man. But the Lord said, no, hey, put the spirit on this devil to make the internet, create the World Wide Web. Now, the world knows who control the resources. Now the world knows the reason is chemtrails in the air. And
Go ahead. You got this. Clock.
again, Nahum 3 and 5, behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness. It tell you in Habakkuk 2, right? He made all the nations drunk. So the Lord say, now, shameful spirit going to be on your glory. It say, drink thou also, and be naked. Right? In Habakkuk 2. And I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdom thy whoredom. That's why I tell you in Revelation 18, hey, they're going to see the smoke of America burning, man. Everything America has done to the other nations is coming back on America now, man. The Lord said he's like his judgment unto a ring. The world called it karma. The Bible called it judgment. So everything that the so-called white man has done to all these countries, rape, rob, murder, pillaging, and plundering their resources, is coming back on America now. And Trump has been set up to destroy America, man. He's not going to make America great again. Everybody see that as a lie. Your king has brought you into a pit. And the so-called white man was never fit to be a king. He's a fucking servant, as the scripture says. Go ahead, Oh, let me read this last verse. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile. Then Job said the so-called white man is vile in the earth, and will set thee as a gazing stock. Hey, the Lord said we were gonna be a spectacle, right? But now it's your turn. Now it's your turn. Everybody gonna say, hold on, is this the man? Is this the man that created the atom bomb?
Right.
And dropped it on Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Is this the man that created NATO to destroy the Soviet Union? Is this nigga? Yeah, that used to be him. Now he's full of dirt and mud, eating goddamn juniper roots
And grass suit.
and grass soup. As the other guy's woman said. That's all you'll get on my
That's
plantation
it.
too, bitch.
That's it.
Juniper root, you want some marshmallows? You will never get that white looking shit. You don't get that root,
That
bitch.
root.
You'll never eat that good. That'll be close. I'm seeing you'll eat good as a marshmallow. No. Ain't no marshmallows in the kingdom.
Scripture
Gotta
says.
stay dry.
Yes, sir.
Dry, too.
You stay dry. God.
Hey, ain't no marshmallows gonna be in the kingdom, man. Hey, you saw talking about you staying dry?
Yeah.
Hey. Your ass better get ready. That's what you better do. All you need might get ready. You better stop. Hey, y'all ass better try to stay dry. Hey, cause that sun gonna be beaming on y'all ass, man.
Hey, in the kingdom, that's what we're gonna ask them.
Hey, well, look at here. Boss, can I get some water? That shit ain't gonna be cold.
Hey, Ham gonna say, he tired, boss. He
Yeah.
tired.
Give your ass some warm water. You'll never get an ice cold drink in the kingdom. Never.
That's wild.
You know how you working all day, you just want a nice cold drink? And nay, I say la'ah. You'll never get that in our kingdom, bitch. You got it out.
Come. This is Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will.
Right.
Every way of man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondereth the hearts.
Hey, they tell you in Jeremiah 51, hey, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. Everything that the so-called white man has done all the way up to this point, hey, it's for our benefit, man. The Lord said he made the world for Israel's sake. So everything the Lord got the so-called white man doing is for the elect's benefit. Right? He said, and I wrote that was Psalm 17, the Lord set the so-called white man up as a correction, as a whipping stick. That's in Isaiah 10. Right? The rod of the Assyrian. The Lord said, after you finish chastising my people, then I'm gonna whoop your ass. And they think they do. Oh, we were talking about this last week, right? The will of the Lord. If everybody's got free will, then what the will of the Lord is gonna be? Let me read this real quick. This is 1 John
Oh.
5 and 14. It reads, And this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us. What's the Lord's will? The Lord want his woman back, right? So if we ask anything according to the Lord's will, I'm praying to Yahweh Shema Mashah to increase my wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I may continue to feed the sheep sound doctrine until destruction comes. Praying to Yahweh Shema Mashah, because this is the Lord want for the elect.
That's right.
I'm praying to the Lord to increase my strength, increase my patience,
Right.
to keep me waiting patiently.
Yeah.
The Lord want his woman to be patient and wait. Wait, baby, I'm coming.
Right.
We're praying to the Lord for patience, to give me strength to endure to the end until we get beaten up into a chariot, Lord willing. Because the will of the Lord is to destroy the so-called white man. The will of the Lord is to destroy 2/3 of Jake. To read, and if we know that he heareth us, whatsoever we ask, we know that we have this petition that we desire of him. The desire, go back to Isaiah, with that 26, 7 through 9. Hey, oh, matter of fact, let me read that now. Dealing with the judgment of the Lord. This is Isaiah 26, and verse 7. Bro, you know how many times we had to teach right here because it was raining? And this is a law office. Edomites, none of the Edomites here. They never came out and said shit. And we started counting when they were still open. Some people come out, it's still open. What time it is? 6. They gone now, they closed. Bro, they never said, oh, you gotta move. This Ishmaelite nigga came talking that shit. Hey, I want you, bitch. I want you. Isaiah 26 and 7. The way of the just is uprightness, thy most upright, do his way the path for the just. Yeah, in the way of thy judgments, O Yahweh, have we waited for thee. The desire of our soul is to thy name and to remember of thee. It say, yeah, in thy way. It say, yeah, in the way of thy judgments, O Yahweh, have we waited for thee. We want the Lord's judgment. I pray Yahweh Shema shall kill that fucking Ishmaelite tonight. Today. Nigga talk about, I gotta move. Shalom, man. Isaiah 26 to 7 again. The way of the just uprightness, thy most upright. Do his way the path for the just. Yeah, in the way of thy judgments, O Yahweh, have we waited for thee. The desire of our soul is to thy name and to the remembrance of thee. With my soul have I desired thee in the night, yet with my spirit within me will I seek thee early. For when thy judgments are in the earth, the inhabitants of the world will learn righteousness, man. But we looking for the judgment of the Lord. The kingdom can't come until the judgment of the Lord is performed in the earth. And his Lord said he confirmeth the word of his servant and performeth the counsel of his messenger. What's the Lord performing? Judgment, man. Oh, what's the Ecclesiastes 36? It said, Lord, we have known thee in straight judgment. Now it's the heathen's turn to know the Lord, man. They ain't gonna know the Lord through flowers and roses. Yeah. It's gonna be through death by pain. It's like 2/3 of Jake, man. Verse 10, let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly. He will not behold the majesty of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. This nigga is in the land, and he still ain't showing the Lord no reverence. Them niggas went in the land and changed the name of the Lord, man. In the land. Now you got niggas talking about Yahweh, Haveh, Vaveh. Yahweh and Jehovah. Them ain't the Lord names in the Paleo Hebrew, man. Ain't no vowels in the Hebrew, man. But then you got these niggas to tell you, oh, yeah, nah, not according to the Lord. Go to come.
Yeah.
You got that.
It's in Psalm chapter 50.
Hey, as the rain is falling, watch the Lord's judgments come down the same way, man. And it's going to overturn, and it's going to be a flood of judgment, man. Oh, I'm sorry. What you got about?
It's in Psalms chapter 50 and verse 16. But unto the wicked the Most High said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes?
Right.
Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth?
Right.
Seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee.
Hey, that's how Yahweh Shema coming right there. You heard that? That's how the Lord gonna come. Hey, when Yahweh crack them waters, man, it's going up, man.
When thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him,
Right.
and hast been partaker with adulterers.
Hey, and Esau crafty, man. This nigga saw how the Babylonians took us down, and he perfected that shit, man. Because he was there when they did it.
Verse 19, thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son.
Right. And that's Esau Edom, the so-called white man slandering you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. Well, it is Haitians, because we brothers, man. You got it.
Verse 21, these things hast thou done, and I kept silent.
Right. That's why the so-called white man thought that the Lord was with them, man. They was able to do what they did to Jake. They done threw over millions of Jake. I'm talking about millions over the board. Overboard, man. Millions of Jakes, they make it to a miracle. They threw them overboard. So they said they was getting insurance money from it, man.
Yep. That was the original insurance part.
Right. Right. Hey, this man done did so much, man, that ain't on the books. You got it.
Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself.
And this is why we say Jake feel like the so-called white man is doing great. He's the one because the Lord, they prospering. So to an unsolved or unsolved eye, it look like he's prospering, man. Because they, for the most part, they doing good. No, man, that's why Esau said he was, for a minute, he was envious at them. But then the Lord, then he said, until I came into the counsel of the Lord, then understand how they allow to end. This is what the Lord said in Proverbs 3 and 31, envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. Because in the end, it ain't going to be good for him, man. This is why Vocab Malone fighting tooth and nail to say the Edomites done away with. Because to tell you in Ecclesiastes 4 and 16, they that come after their father, they ain't going to rejoice. Because it's 1,000 years of slavery, then it's a bonfire with you.
Psalm 50 and 21, these things hast thou done, and I kept silent.
Which is his wickedness. All the wickedness that he had done, and the Lord kept silent. Go ahead.
Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself.
And the reason the Lord kept silent, because just like the Lord told Abraham about the Amorites have not fulfilled their wicked lot. So he hit, hey, just pray to the Lord for patience, because the Lord ain't done with this devil, man. He got to finish his wickedness. Let me tell you, Revelation 18 and Jeremiah 51, that his wickedness got to reach to the heavens, man. It's also in 2 Ezra 11. We read from 2 Ezra 11, 39 down to the end. It tell you that Esau's wickedness got to mount up to the heavens, man. Just like the Amorites.
I got that.
You got it.
Genesis chapter 15 and 15. And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace. Thou shalt be buried in a good old age. But in the fourth generation, they shall come hither again, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full.
Hey, these are the originals of iniquity, man. The damn Hamites, man. The Lord made the so-called white man worse than Ham.
And now Jake is taking the lead.
Because it said he searched out iniquity. This nigga, all he nigga do, what can we do to further kill motherfucker?
So Psalm 79 and verse 6. Pour out thy wrath upon the heathen that have not known thee.
Right.
And upon the kingdoms that have not called upon thy name.
Right.
But they have devoured Jacob and laid waste to his dwelling place.
Right, and why do people not know the name of the Lord? Because the so-called white man hid it. He made sure everybody called on everything else but the true names of our powers, man. They made sure of that. Esau knew. When you read Psalm 71, 10 and 11, he said, now we can take them. There is none to deliver them because they knew the Lord hid his face from us. In Jeremiah 51, they said, hey, we offend not. They were the ones that sinned against their Lord.
Right.
So now since the Lord hid his face from them, they just go ahead and work this iniquity on their ass. Hide the name from them. Hide all their relics.
Hey, but it was given to them to be consumed.
Right, exactly. That's what the scripture says. The Lord said in Ezekiel 7, I will bring the worst of the heathen. And they should defile thy houses, man. You got it.
Hey, and if I can say this, like the brother had mentioned earlier, it says, what I just read, it says the Lord's going to pour out his wrath upon the heathen that haven't known him.
Right.
And the brother was reading Psalms how they haven't known the Lord. The brother quoted Ecclesiastes 8. Why they don't know the Lord, man? They just stack up iniquity and think that the Lord is with them because they're allowed to get away with it. But the Lord's going to pour out that wrath upon them that don't know him. The so-called white man thought he knew the Lord. He thought he had one up on us, like the brother said, because he thought it was to go off. So he thought, oh, we got him.
Yeah, they down now. We got it.
But the Lord gonna pour out that wrath like he pouring down the rain.
Yeah.
Because they don't know the Lord, man.
They go around singing God bless America.
Right. Well, they
Going
got
to the point the brother was bringing out about the Amorites. The Lord deals with the nation of Israel differently in how he judges other nations of people.
right.
We get checked immediately.
Right.
We get sent into captivity immediately when we go off. That's why we've been into so many captivities. Whereas these other nations, the Lord forbears them. He allows them to stack it up so that he's justified to take the vengeance. And I got that precept.
Yep.
It's in 2 Maccabees,
Yep.
chapter 6, and verse 13. I can start at 12.
Yep, yep.
At verse 12 in the GNT, it says, I beg you not to become discouraged as you read about the terrible things that happened. Consider that this was the Lord's way of punishing his people, not of destroying them. In fact, it is a sign of kindness to punish a person immediately for his sins, rather than to wait a long time. The Lord does not treat us as he does other nations. He waits patiently until they have become deeply involved in sin before he punishes them. But he punishes us before we have sinned too much.
So that's what the Lord did to the Amorites. And this is what he did to Pharaoh. And he did that, he's doing it now to Esau, even the so-called white man. This is what happening to them now, man. It's the same. Hey, the Lord said he do not move. Hey, do a third of time until the said measure be fulfilled. 2 Ezra 4:37, man. When we watching it, just like I mentioned earlier, we watch all the prophecy happen in Egypt. We watch the Lord, we watch the prophecy happen. Right. We watching it happen now. All 12 tribes was in Egypt, man. Well, all 12 tribes in Egypt now all over again, man. Right. Are you still reading on that? Yeah.
No, that wasn't enough.
Let me read this real quick. Psalms 50 and 22. Now consider this, ye that forget God. Least I tell you in pieces, and there be none to deliver. And that's the 2/3, man. The so-called white man called them to forget the Lord. But the Lord said, hold on. Watch this. Hey, rain that doctrine down on him. Yeah. Wet his head up. See him right there? Yeah. Put the dew on him. Put the dew on her. Him right there, nah, keep that nigga head dry. Because I tell you in Job 12, when it said when the Lord withholdeth the waters, we dry up. Then he sendeth them out and they overturn the earth. Who overturned the earth? The truth. The men. Habakkuk 2 and 14, the prophecies.
Hey, if I get this,
You got it.
because like the brother had just read, he had forgot about the Lord, but it was prophesied that the remnant will return and
Right.
remember.
Right.
Once that doctrine was formed.
Right, beautiful, bro.
This is Sirach or Ecclesiastes 24:33.
Yep.
I will yet pour out doctrine as prophecy,
We'll go to the precept of Deuteronomy 32. You got it.
and leave it to all ages forever.
Right.
Behold, that I have not labored for myself only, but for all them that seek wisdom.
Right. Paul said that. I did not labor for myself only. See, you got it.
And that's what's happening in these latter days. The Lord calls us to go into a season of dryness, man,
Yep.
to forget Him. But now that rain is pouring upon the elect, now they're being quickened, as it were, with the Spirit of the Lord, because the Lord has poured out His doctrine and left it for all ages forever, because the Lord knew that He would forget them. He knew it. So He left the prophecies here for us to withstand the test of time,
Right.
to the Babylonian Empire, all the way to this American Babylonian Empire, for the elect to wake up and to remember the Lord again.
Right.
Psalms 13 and 2. How long shall I take counsel in my soul, having sorrow in my heart daily? How long shall mine enemies be exalted over me? Consider and hear me, O Lord, my God. Listen, lighten my eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death. Lest my enemies say, I have prevailed against him.
Right. And we watching, man, there was a time when wasn't nothing going on in Israel, man. They was at some kind of peace. Hey, it's, man, people dying over there, man. Judgment, it's blood. Live from Tel Aviv. 7 dead, 12 wounded. Hey, the Lord is showing us when he said he confirmed the word of his servant and performed the counsel of his messengers, man. The apostles been bringing this out. Elder Bishop and Elder been bringing this out and warning for 35, 40 years, man. And now we are watching this play out, man. People are really catching judgment, man.
Lest my enemies say, I have prevailed against him.
Right.
And those that trouble me rejoice when I am moved.
And they prevail wasn't to a kingdom. This is not a kingdom, man. Because the so-called white man got to work, man. Nobody, you don't work in your kingdom, man. I'm sorry. Even in the 60s, when it was just the man working and he was able to take care of the wife had a car, he had a car, the wife stayed at home and took care of the kids. Hey, they actually the women had to go to work, man. And that was the Lord. However they take the role for this Edomite woman to create trousers for women, right? However they set it in place. And then the guy, Nick Rockefeller, told Aaron Russo the whole plan on how they set up the whole women's liberation, man. Well, that was the Lord showing you the downfall of the so-called white man's kingdom. Women don't supposed to work.
God laid the foundation for double taxation.
You know, I work for a Fortune 500 company. Women don't supposed to work in their kingdom. Ain't none of the Israelite women gonna work in the kingdom, man. That means the so-called white man kingdom was never a kingdom. Because he had to work. Going back to the 60s, hey, when it was just a man working, what you working for? This is your kingdom. Show you that they never had equity, man. They never had no kind of equity. We talking about the so-called white man. Yeah. Why the fuck? None of these, what's this guy's name? Man, none of these Edomites, man. They all, brother, you a movie actor, right? Brother, you got a Fortune 500 company, you still got to work. Why are you working in your kingdom? You shouldn't have to have a Fortune 500 company in your kingdom. The elite kids don't work. Those niggas just wake up, pop pills, and slide in Lamborghinis and Ferraris and McLarens and jet set and helicopters. They don't work. So to show you they never had equity in their kingdom, man. In their queendom. Because it's not a kingdom. You holding something up? Go, you got it.
This is 2 Thessalonians.
Yeah, because I was down there, this devil in the parking lot came out, told me I had to move. Security guy. Yeah, Ishmael, bro. But it was an Edom. The Lord had a Jake come up and say he worked for the city. He said, bro, if ain't no sign right here, he said, bro, you lying. You don't got to move. I said, I'm going to move anyway because maybe the Lord is telling me that. This nigga came out the park. He said, bro, ain't no, he told me, yeah, you get charged $500 if you don't move. But the guy came, the Lord had Jake come up right then, and told him, bro, you lying. He don't got to move. I said, I'm just moving anyway. Go ahead up, you got it.
Come. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 5. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work.
He eat with Esau? Dude, you got it.
Only he who now letteth will let
Right.
until he be taken out of the way.
So before before the so-called white man get taken out of the way, he had to be revealed, man. His wickedness had to be showed in the earth. This is why the Lord set the unicorn up, man. So the truth would go out to uncover the wickedness of the so-called white man. It was the truth that dug it down into the crevice and said, oh, yeah, that's the so-called white man down up in the darkness.
Yeah.
Flush his ass out.
Ooh, that's heavy. Because Christianity was his covering cloak for the longest.
Right, right.
If you can believe the false mythologies of Christianity, then you'll never know who Esau Edom is.
Right. Hey, sometimes when you got a car, right? Every night, maybe not, but every other, maybe 10 years, you keep the same car. You gotta flush the radiator out, man. You gotta get.
Heavy.
Hey, you gonna watch all that gunk
Yep.
and gook come out that radiator, man. If it's in there, you probably got no holes in it.
Right.
It's still good, holding antifreeze. Hey, but eventually you gotta flush it out sometime, man.
Yep.
Yeah, be good, bro.
What y'all filming out here for?
We just teaching the Bible.
Bible, yeah?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yep. So yeah, man, going back to dealing with the judgments of the Lord. When you read in Revelation 17, all the allies of America.
Weekend,
You have a good
all right, you
weekend,
too, bro.
Thank you.
All the allies of America. Yeah. Come on. All the allies of America is going to separate eventually. I'll read that again from the truth. All the allies of America is going to separate, which we see happening, man. And now they saying it's 27 countries that's leaning towards BRICS. 27 countries. And they all trying to dump the dollar, which the Lord got the elites using Putin, hey, to push the chip, man. It's all leading to the seal. They all work, man, Putin, all of them work for the elites, man. You got it right. But it's all according to judgment. Because in Revelation 16, 13 and 14 tell you that the three unclean spirits like frogs, right? They go out to the kings of the earth to gather them to the battle. Well, they tell you in Revelation 20 that when the Edomites were loosed out of the prison, their job was to go out and poke Gog, man, and make that bear get angry because he's the guard. But going back into, hey, the truth went down into the cracks and flushed out the so-called white man. Now he's out, man. That's what the truth did. That nigga was hiding in the crack.
Like the
Right?
rap.
He didn't say in Job 15 he believed not that he should return out of darkness.
Right.
Well, what's in the cracks? It's dark up in there, man. You gotta pressure wash that shit.
Similar to the flood.
Yeah. You gotta pressure wash that shit and get all that. Cause you gonna miss something.
So, Wisdom of Solomon 1 in verse 9. For inquisition shall be made into the counsel of the ungodly.
Right.
And the sound of his word shall come unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds. And has that definition of inquisition. In the etymology online, it says, an act or process of inquiring, an investigation. It says a searching into or seeking, a legal examination, a seeking of grounds of accusation. And that's exactly what the truth has done. Right, it sought out Esau Edom. It sought out that man of sin, that son of perdition who was hidden. The agents, man. You know, those people who hid under the veil of being so-called white or Australian or German or French.
Right.
All right, the Lord has sought them out. He's made inquisition into all their counsel and all their devices, and now they're being exposed, man. The truth has flushed them out because they were hiding under the rock. They were hiding. They were hiding as us for a point of time period too.
Yeah.
The Lord flushed their ass out, man.
Hey, cause them niggas start calling themselves the Israelites 1860.
But they never identify who Esau is.
Right.
Christianity never identified who Esau is. And you gotta know who Esau is to know who Jacob is. You gotta be able to identify that perpetual hatred. And that's why the Lord made inquisition. Because the Christianity pastors weren't cutting, man. They weren't cutting. They were telling lies.
Right.
They hid the truth.
Right.
They wasn't giving you the truth of the Bible. That's why the Lord set up teachers according to his heart, man. You know, to flush out the lies and to bring forth the truth.
Hey, Roman Catholicism, Catholic is universal, man. Everybody can worship Jesus Christ. No, we don't want to worship Jesus, man. We good on that.
Hey, our people have tried and they failed. They see it's a failed project, man.
Right.
Even the so-called white man that trusted JC losing.
Hey, it seems like Jesus Christ only help out the pastors.
Right. Why is he the only one riding? He's sliding good, so everybody else is right.
Yeah. If you don't got no 501, if you don't have the 501c3, Jesus don't help you, man. You gotta have the 501c3 tax exempt for Jesus Christ to help you, man.
Right. If you making a salary off of the congregation,
right,
you through, man.
They niggas gotta know how much you made in a year. They pass around these, what are they, 95 forms?
Yeah.
Everybody in the church gotta fill one of them out, man. Why the pastor gotta know how much you make every year?
And that one pastor that said close the doors, he had an interview recently talking about how he make a salary, but his salary isn't above what he make at his job.
Come on, man.
What?
Right. They done made the Lord said they're gonna make merchandise of the Lord, man, and his flock. That's what Paul said was in Acts 20 or Acts 27. Hey, watch over the flock, man. This is why we gotta stand boldly for Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. What's that one in Philippians? Defending the gospel, man. Defending the gospel at all costs. And this is a constant repetition, man. So you got so many people coming against the truth. Now you got the elder not the drop by the did a video on this slow belly Evite talk about these women that's getting with these men that's indoctrinated, man.
Right.
Hey, I said, man, this is a ugly hood booger. Nobody won't hurt, man.
But that's feminism, and that's what Christianity teaches as well. It's feminism. They put feminism all over Christianity. Because what that girl was talking about is she's rebelling against the order of the Lord. She don't want to have the head over her, which the Lord said that, man. But you don't want to have the head because Esau told you don't have to have the head.
Bro, and it's all, you know what I noticed too? All these TikTokers, all the video Elder I've been doing, Elder Malcolm, bro, these are women that follow these other fucking groups. I ain't heard nobody say, oh yeah, still man, them niggas. That's them other niggas, man. Cause you want to hear that bullshit, right?
Because there's no, at Great Millstone, there is no focal point surrounded around women. Right. And even when you look it up on ChatGPT tell you GMS is all about prophecy and the truth. And the truth.
Bro, everybody that's talking shit against the Hebrew Israelites, you following them other groups, man. Every other group out there, outside of the GMS, man. That's where that shit coming from. I was thinking about this other day too. I was thinking about this. Bro, the Lord is cold. Because you got these people talking about, everybody's talking about Iran. Iran did, this nigga Benjamin Netanyahu talking about, we gotta stop Iran niggas. Showing the clip, years niggas saying this. Yeah. Years niggas, they gonna have missiles. Bro, why the Lord got this man mind on Iran, man? This is my personal belief. They know the history of the Persians, man. They know the history of the Persians, man. Don't be no fool. Them niggas trying to make sure the Persians don't turn out worse than they was when they took down the Babylonians.
What if Elon Ham said at one time when he came up here? He said his grandfather told him who he was.
Right.
And he was a Persian. He's not no East Indian. He's not no Arab.
Right.
He's a Persian, man.
Bro, they is focused on Iran for a reason, man. Because the Lord, they know who Iran is. They don't need the Persians, the old Persians, when men had that masculine spirit back then. We don't need them with no goddamn, what's it called, anti-ominum, whatever the word is. Until they found over there 7,000 pounds of that shit. We don't need them with that shit. So now they trying to take that shit. It's called ANTIOMY. Yeah. They say they make vessels out of it, different vessels. They make different shit out of it. But they just found like 7,000 pounds of it. And a few years ago, they said they found it. So they trying to get that shit. Hey, the Lord got them focused on the Persians for a reason, man. They are part of prophecy. We talking about, hey, I like to read Isaiah 21. The Lord, what's it called? Antimony, right. That's it, man. Esau want that shit.
That's crazy you say that. Because they nothing but the Spirit of the Lord, right? Got all these resources popping up in all these other places except for Esau.
That's where Esau at. Yeah. Cause this nigga don't,
He's still a bottomless pit.
he still. And man, listen, man. We are big. Hey, the Lord says in Obadiah 1 and 6, how the things that Esau searched out, how are getting things thought up, man. The Lord got men focused on the so-called white man. Cause we supposed to be.
Right.
He's the end time prophecy, man. This nigga hand can't get on this right here. If this hand get on this, then they show you the movie Black Panther, right? They try to make peace with them, so they can go over there and get the goddamn vibranium. Right. You niggas, we know what's going on, man.
In the middle of the meeting, nigga said black ops lose their vibranium.
Come on, bro. You don't want niggas to have nothing.
Congratulations, Tyrell.
Hey, but the Lord, like bro just said, beautiful point. The Lord ain't put the so-called white man nowhere where resources is at. He got to go where the resources at and take the shit. But that's part of prophecy. The Lord says, nigga, here, get this sword. Go get that shit. Go give him a shovel. Right. No, get this sword and go get that shit, man. Because this nigga got all the niggas control everything on the planet. But yet you don't got none of the resources. So you gotta go take the shit. Your prophecy had to fulfill some kind of way. It had to play out as we gotta go get that shit.
Hey, Lord,
man.
that was what his blessing was. You read Genesis 27.
Right.
Isaac said, you gonna have the fatness of the land, but you gotta use this goddamn sword.
Hey, the Lord cold, man. Cause the so-called white man, hey, saying this nigga Trump, this nigga staying in skyscrapers, but he don't control no resources, man. He don't control, he wasn't born where the resources at. He got the resource through the sword, man.
You had mentioned something about, Esau has to be revealed, and this has to happen.
Right.
Esau has to be revealed. Now, 2 Thessalonians 2, verse 3.
Hey, you don't hear vocab mention nothing about Moab, Ammon, Ham, Ishmael, Elam. He just focused on Edom. Why? Because he's helping the Lord bring Edom more to the light. Not everybody's digging in on, but we need to find out who Edom is. Then.
If it ain't the white man, who is it?
If it ain't the white man, who is it?
Because the Arabs hate me, Ishmael and Esau.
Right.
Make your mind up.
Right. According to the Ten Commandments, the so-called white man is the Hamites. He's the Israelites. He was the Egyptians. And this nigga was, what's his mama? Jethro. What's the nigga name was? That helped Moses? The Midianites.
Right.
Yeah. Esau, the so-called white man was the Midianites, the Egyptians, the Israelites, and he's everybody. Well, who the hell are these people? But the Lord said there are different nations. Shem had sons, Ham had sons, and Japheth had sons. So what's going on, man?
You got it up. It says 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3.
Right.
That no man deceive you by any means.
Right.
For that day shall not come.
See, we believe the scripture. We believe thus saith the Lord. It said, let no man deceive you. We believe thus saith the Bible, man. We don't believe vocab. Hey, we don't need to talk white man validation anymore, man.
Got it. For that day shall not come except it come from the way first. And that men of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
Right.
So the Lord said that day won't come until Esau is revealed, man.
Exactly.
You know what? I want to make a point with you. You did a video think it was like a week or two ago, for the word unscrupulous.
Yeah, right.
How he goes into his behavior
Right.
on a full length. Now, we're not talking about, you know how some will have parallel or some will go with and some will go out?
Right.
No, everything for the word unscrupulous,
I'm telling you, bro.
it goes exactly into
telling
this man's behavior.
Yeah, they do. They do.
I'm holding those. There's no
Okay.
like words. Unscrupulous.
Right.
No replacement. Everything lines up.
Everything lined up.
Yep. Perfectly wicked.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's why you got to stick to prophecy.
Right. It's about
Because
prophecy.
when you stick to prophecy, it's easy to see who's who. It's like watching a movie. If you don't know who the characters are, you really won't understand the movie properly.
Right.
You won't,
Yep. Yes, ma'am. You too.
you won't understand worldly things if you don't know who's who. Like how you gonna identify Daniel and not know who you are? That's crazy. That's crazy. Because even in the movie, if you don't make it clear who the villain is, you would think he's the hero.
Right. That's cold.
Right.
He has Grand Washington thinking that. In the movies, he's coming in at the last minute. Here I come to save the day. Right. And what he has done to the wicked nations is by that plot and then charge him of peace and his deliverance. Yeah. Okay? That's what he did. Talk as hated.
Right.
You know?
You got it.
This is the definition of unscrupulous. Now I got the Google definition. It says having or showing no moral principle,
Right. No moral principles, man.
not honest or fair.
Yeah. Get the similar words. It's cold, man.
Similar words.
It go every word in here is talking about Esau. You got it right.
Similar words. Unprincipled, unethical, immoral, amoral, untrustworthy, shameless, reprobate,
All that in the scripture too. Shameless, reprobate. You got it.
exploitative,
Yep.
corrupt, corrupted, dishonest, fraudulent, cheating, dishonorable, deceitful, devious, underhand, guileful, cunning, furtive, sly, wrongdoing, unstable, disreputable, improper, bad, evil, wicked, villainous, roguish, sinful, ignoble,
Yeah.
degenerate,
Man.
venal, crooked,
Crooked. The crooked serpent. The Lord said what he made crooked cannot be straightened.
shady, shifty, slippery,
Oh, Esau say the Lord set him in slippery places. You got it.
dodgy, dastardly.
That's him.
And like in that word dastardly means wicked and cruel.
Then it said in Isaiah 32, the instruments of the cherub is wicked, he's cruel. Hey, that's Esau Edom, man.
Hey, the scriptures call him that. He calls him a cruel man.
Yeah.
He's called a violent man, a
Right.
bloody man.
Right.
That description only fits a certain nation of people.
That true Lord that reign over them. Yeah.
That's why it's describing as a man of sin and the son of perdition.
That's it.
This is him.
It's him, man.
Yeah, that's him.
Hey, and I got that from the damn Hitman game, man. Hey, so we gotta kill him. He's unscrupulous.
Damn.
We gotta assassinate him.
Yeah, that's the spirit of Yahweh. Big rock life. Not your bone.
This is Proverbs 27:8. As a bird that wandereth from her nest, so is a man that wandereth from his place. And that's the so-called white man. He got people his home.
Right.
He goes through the earth and cause nothing but destruction.
Right.
And the general over AFRICOM got on a witness stand and basically said that Africa is the center of global terrorism. Really, it's Babylon the Great, which is America. Y'all just got all the money in the voice box. But really, y'all the center of all terrorism. Because how is these niggas getting these expensive ass weapons in the middle of the fucking desert?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
That's like these Jake in Chicago. They got a $2,000 weapon and no cops.
Right.
Spinning the block.
They got lights and beams on the block.
Sleeping on
Ain't no
Auntie's
cheap weapon.
couch.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Who's funding the violence? You can talk about who's actually shooting the gun, but who's funding the violence? And it's Esau Edom, one way or the other, man.
I was going to read verse 8.
Go ahead, you got it.
Verse 8 it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
And that coming is Yahweh Shah. But first he had to be warned, because it said what that Job 21, who should declare his way to his face? Who should declare his way to his face? And let me get it. Hey, it gotta be declared to him that we know who you are. Because the elites know who they are, but the average so-called white man don't know who they are, man. This nigga went from being Edomites to Idumeans to Europeans, right? To Caucasians, to white people. Just like, hey, Negroes, right? You Negroes, you African Americans, you blacks. Well, this nigga went from being Edomites to Idumeans to Europeans to Caucasians to white people.
And now he just want to be identified by his first name.
I mean, I'm just lying.
Right.
I'm lying.
I'm a cancer.
He actually took to get himself a byword.
Right.
Just to keep the lie going.
Hey, this nigga, hey, when the Lord say, that's why the Lord said in Isaiah 25:7, the Lord got to remove the cover cast of all people. So the nigga cover cast everybody and himself.
Right.
Like, no, either Edomite, no, them, nigga, we white.
And that nigga at the Velvet Rope just throwing IDs out there.
Hey, yeah.
Y'all work no more?
Hey, you know, in his movie, he always got 4 or 5 passports.
Yeah.
Boy, he be glorifying that shit. That nigga a straight fugitive. Trying to make people celebrate niggas like Jason Bourne. That nigga's a criminal.
Bro, how the hell you can't pull up with the Caucasian card? Just like damn, Caucasian means cave dweller.
They gotta get rid of that.
Okay, so if Caucasian means cave dweller, that means cave was in Europe, right? So if the cave was in Europe, so that means you're European. No, we are no. I'm Idumean. If you are Idumean, so Idumean mean eat them.
Show you how unscrupulous that these are. Because they said the same lies to their people they said.
Same slot.
They lie about the lies they lied about.
Right.
You gotta lie to everybody.
Right. You got to. That's the Psalm 119 and 69. The proud have forced to lie against me, but I will keep that precept with my whole heart, man. Hey, the Lord, hey, the so-called white man is too, man. He's too.
Hey, the scripture says that Jacob is the former of all things.
Right.
But he want to be the former of all things. Like bro's going into, he want to be Dutch. He want to be Russian. He want to be everything except for what he is.
Irish, let me ask him. He's Irish, he's white.
Right.
Right. He started mixing it up.
That's charity.
Edomite.
I'm originally my mother's side, quite removed. That's in Morocco. Nobody care about the concubine your father. That shit don't count.
Well, I'm telling today, right? Because it's a new server. So she came from Indiana. So me and the Levite manager talking. I'm like, bro. So he said she was white. I said, bro, she ain't white, bro. I said, look at every server in here. None of them got black hair. It's at least, it was at least 15 female servers in there. None of them got black hair. None of them. I said, bro, look at the cook. Look at the servers. None of them got black hair, bro. All Edomite. I said, look at this girl. Her hair curly. I said, bro, she loving people. And he just tell me, said, Edomite. I said, he can't. I said, let me tell you something. Two things I think. Either she was adopted and she don't know her original parents, or she despised her parents.
I got it. Right.
So I said, there's another thing I thought about. I said, but you know, most of the time in Puerto Rican, the men come to America, his parents have to give him green card. So either she is adopted or she despised those two parents, but she got black hair long, her shit curly. So then he said, oh, so when I stopped him, he said, oh, she told me she got Native American. I said, bro, I was gonna tell you she got Northern Kingdom on side, bro. I said, bro, he said, damn, bro. I said, go look at every female in here, Edomite. What color name is it? Oh, 15 servers. I said, look at the grill cook. Edomite dudes, look. Nobody got that like that. Me and her. Look at they seen on me. That's great. That's like the same conundrum that was happening during the time of Nehemiah. Because what happens a lot of times with these so-called biracial vets, they end up they grow up, hate their own heritage. They grow up, please go toward they heathen heritage more than the vet heritage, and they end up identifying as a heathen. I said, bro, he ain't no Edomite, bro.
It's more beneficial either way. So they'll cleave to the most beneficial part of whatever they mix. They so-called
Indiana too.
I forgot the word they used with the Northern Kingdom about marrying the gringos.
Oh,
Something with Rasta.
it makes the race.
Bro, it's the whole Oxford study recently with so-called Asians.
Right.
And why they prefer it to the so-called white man. Bro, you see, look, just like Northern Kingdom. I've been watching it since you've been there. I said, bro, this girl ain't no fucking Edomite, bro. There's no way.
It's Medahar La Raza. Improves the race.
Hey, this is why the so-called white man got to get judged, man.
What they mean by that is gonna get you a green Edomite.
Change up that shade, you change your hair, all of that. I said, bro, another thing, I said, bro, look, everybody here got straight hair except her. All the Edomite female servers in here got blonde, straight hair. Bro, they not like us. Stop that shit.
Because the scripture says that we're the salt of the earth.
Right, bro.
So the Lord put a preservation over us by melanin.
Right.
That's not saying that melanin is a key indicator of being an Israelite. But you can even see some of these Edomite Jakes, when they tan, they actually get dark.
Right.
A lot of them get lobster red.
Right.
That's how you know it's an Edomite.
Right. And that goes into the strangest of our salvation. Because it's going to be Jakes that look like that. Right. That's cleaned up. Right.
Hey, another thing, you're gonna have Yamaka Wing.
Yeah.
They actually did. They actually did.
A lot of them, man.
A lot of Japanese.
Hey, this is why Esau Edom got to be destroyed, man. This is why judgment got to come to the foundation of the so-called white man. His foundation is America.
One of my first full-time jobs, my brother used to work for the company, so he got me in there. And he said, there's a guy named Lou. Tell me what you think of him. Right? So one day, I heard his voice. I was like, it's Jake. So I seen him. I'm like, wasn't really thinking. And then I was introducing him, this is Lou. And he's like, oh, you're my brother. Yeah. Guy talks just like a Jake, walks just like a Jake. Appear to be Chinese guy.
Yeah. You can tell the ones that's pretending.
A lot of salt,
You
man.
can tell the ones
A lot of salt. We got so much salt, man.
Like the brother Malachi. Nah, the brother Malachi in Memphis, man. You ever watch his videos? You hear Jake, you hear all that salt coming out of him. Yeah. Now he may look on the outside to be an Edomite, but I dare you to call him an Edomite to his face.
And it's like the elders been talking all the time. It's in you, it's not on you. A lot of those days, they're DJ, because you can tell like those days, you can tell who's dating. And who's really about it.
A lot of things you know, perception, dying giving their life, not letting it hang. That's how folks can tell when it's a real Jake, and you can tell when it's a heathen rehearsal. Right. The shit they don't see on TV. It's a difference.
This is Proverbs 10 and 11. The mouth of the righteous man is a well of life, but violence covereth the mouth of the wicked. And it tell you in Proverbs 26 that he's covered. Right? When the Lord tells us, Ecclesiastes 6, to put on righteousness as a robe, right? Well, when you read in Proverbs, this is Proverbs 26 and 24, the so-called white man's covered, like, it's also in Psalm 73. Proverbs 26 and verse 24, he that hateth dissembleth with his lips, and layeth up deceit within him. When he speaketh fair, believe him not. But there are 7 abominations in his heart, meaning his mind is completely wicked. Whose hatred is covered by deceit, his wickedness shall be showed before the whole congregation. And that's the Lord exposing so-called white man for who they really are, man. You got it.
Proverbs 28 and 10. Whoso caused the righteous to go astray in an evil way.
Right. Which the so-called white man did this. What it say? The ways of the righteous. The proverb that say, yeah. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the ways of the wicked seduces them. Proverbs 12 and 26. You got it.
Whoso causeth the righteous to go astray in an evil way, he shall fall himself into his own pit.
That's why this nigga paid Sexy Red millions of dollars.
Yeah.
That shit ain't by accident. It ain't because she hella talented compared to the rest of the Evites out there. It's because she promotes a certain brand that Esau wants to keep on the forefront. To dim down our people and how we're represented on the world stage. When people think about so-called black people, a nigga like Sexy Red and Glorilla pop up in their head. When they think about Eve, when they think about Jake, they think about LeBron James. Some entertainment nigga. Nigga ain't smart. He just got some kind of talent that can't be imitated. We keep it.
But the upright shall have good things in possession.
Right.
And right now, that good thing is just true. Y'all can have that shit, man.
Ultimately, the kingdom.
Right. And how's the kingdom reflected right now? In unfiltered, raw, uncut truth. And to be able to speak it freely to the Spirit regardless of the consequences. Because ultimately the Lord's going to protect the elect no matter what. That's why we have great confidence in the Heavenly Father's words. Because if we receive the chastisement, then that means the blessing is also around the corner.
Lord willing, man.
This is off the AI overview. At the 2025 DC Awards, Glorilla, Kirk Franklin, and Maverick City Music won the Dr. Bobby Jones Best Gospel Inspirational Award for their song, Rain Down on Me. Checkmate. A nigga in a conference room at a big ass table on the stage performing that shit for a bunch of Edomites.
Bro, and the one chick, I know our elder Hawaii did a lesson on it. Then elder not the Zot box, now back this lesson. Bro, the one chick, I don't know if she's a gospel kid or whatever. She was like, man, how the fuck they gave this girl that award? Yeah. She was like, I ain't knocking her, but she shouldn't have got that award. It's for gospel.
And so they can continue to push a certain image.
And this girl come out, fuck nigga, free.
Right.
Singing gospel shit. And then her little however 8 bars in the song wasn't about no fucking gospel.
That's what and a whole lot of people were raising upgrades over that over social media. And they don't realize that that's what Christianity is promoted the whole time. Come as you are. You can say whatever you want to say.
That's it. Come as you are. But my grandma, you stepping that shit now. Look, Jesus love you no matter what. Now you have a shot. Right. Jesus do.
Now they want to come up with some form of standard for Christianity, but there's never been a standard.
Right.
You can't find one.
Right.
Yeah,
oh,
you can't be a woman preacher. You mad at Glorilla.
Right. Yeah. That's some hypocrisy.
That's crazy work. You shouldn't even be talking.
Yeah.
If we stick it to the script, you shouldn't even be talking. Don't care.
Right.
Glorilla got there. Right there. But with that, bro, they'll say like that girl on Stop My Video, you just And the Lord don't respect no stupid man.
Right, yeah.
They just don't want no bakery. They don't want no independent woman. Y'all done set the policy of the whole community. All these niggas y'all hate, y'all produced it. Y'all ready for it. Hey, that's right. Hey, the black community is a product of single parent households, right?
Right.
Who is raising these Negroes? Who is raising these
Hey, well, Tiki Kirkland said, who raised you? Who raised you? Hey, that's cold, man.
You're really not raising them, you just maintaining the child.
Right.
Being able to put clothes on them and keep them that's maintaining the child.
the state
That's not raising them.
The state is raising these little white ends.
Right. So when you at work, what's raising you? The iPad.
Hey, that nigga.
They being raised by where they spend time at. Who spend time with them? That's who's actually been able to raise them. We don't have the ability to.
Right. That nigga Weber said if it weren't for Baby Bop, I would have down some clowns years ago. Dang.
The iPad kept niggas alive, man.
That nigga said it weren't for Baby Bop, I would have down some clowns years ago. Damn, nigga, the state raised you. Who raised you?
Nigga, hey, I forget what Nolan had said it a while back, but he was like, one of the most dangerous things in the earth, he was already got wrong, but one of the most dangerous things in the earth is a man with a woman mentality, man.
Those Christian blackmail. Hey, and going back to the point, right? Dealing with Christianity thing, come as you are. So you had this guy, Lyndon B. Johnson, allegedly create this 501c3, right? You can't talk about in the churches, you can't teach about fire and brimstone teaching. You can't teach against the elite. You can't talk about any other religion. So all this time, that shit was on the book, but it wasn't pushed as hard back in the 80s and 90s about come as you are. As far as that shit transforming, and they already had this shit on the book. So come as you are means when we transition 20 years from now, homosexuals can come to church.
Right.
They had that shit already on the book, and they could be passed. But come as you are in the 80s, when my grandma told me that shit, it was, baby, you don't know God, come to church. It don't make no difference. We love you no matter what. That shit was already set in place for some fruit booty niggas. And a nigga that smoked weed, or a nigga that killed the motherfucker last night, he can go into church today.
Hey, Corey Holcomb, that demon Corey Holcomb was talking about that pastor that got the head man of the church. Instead of the first lady, he got the first man of the church. Damn.
Bro, you remember this nigga this wicked ass nigga. The nigga Maurice Price went to the church in Atlanta.
That's what it was.
Straight fruit booty.
Right.
Bush Cassidy and Sundance women.
Right. And how you have the Old Testament and the New Testament, you read it from the Bible, and you got men and heels in the church.
Hey, now they got an LGBTQ Bible now. And they say the Lord is a woman. Yeah, bro. Yeah. That's on book. That bitch sound like hotcakes.
But that's y'all talking about ours.
Exactly.
Get with us, get love. Hey, and now
That's why I was gonna title lesson too. I was gonna title lesson that. Get right or get left. That's what I was gonna title lesson. That's crazy, bro.
And now the so-called white man hurting because he has no more warriors. He has
Yeah.
no more. He has
Oh no, them niggas were born to fight. Them niggas, it's over. And all them old 30-year snipers, them niggas too old.
Them niggas is through, man. Hey, that's why he gonna have to go with this recruiting. And even in the recruiting, these young niggas is dangerous.
Mark Wahlberg, the shooter, is too. It's over.
Hey, what's his name? Nick, the guy that be on the Donnie film on the show? Nick something. He's known as the Grim Reaper because he got so many capture and war. And he was talking in the podcast, he was like, man, for those who grew up in his era, that's where they find peace at. They love that. Nicholas Irving.
Right. Nicholas First, that's just the one. He was like, civilian life don't do it for them. They have to be at war. That same mentality ain't amongst these African Americans anymore.
And Chris Hedges witness to that.
Yeah.
That when you on a battlefield and you in actual war, your body releases adrenaline to get you through that situation. There's a certain high that comes with that adrenaline rush. You're able to do certain things that you wouldn't normally do in a normal situation. That's why there's reports of people picking up cars to save their kids.
Yeah.
That's that adrenaline. When you can become addicted to that feeling. So Chris Hedges was talking about when he was a war journalist, that adrenaline would happen to him too, even though he wasn't fighting, and he became addicted to it. And he was like, most of his friends just died in the field because they got addicted to that rush that comes with it. So you can only imagine a combat veteran. They get used to that feeling. That's why they jump out of planes, so they chasing that release. There's a certain, that's why the elites get high off adrenochrome. Because you get adrenalized blood, there's a high that comes with that. It ain't just the blood part of it, it's also a high. That happens in warfare. People get high off of that feeling, that rush, that danger.
That's some dopamine you get. These motherfuckers get off TikTok.
But they
You like my shit? For real? So we also added that this society is not ready for any sort of civil war.
Nah.
He says, and a guy like him will flourish.
Yeah.
You know,
You
because
said a lot of guys like that are already talking about how they just go use their skills. Really focus.
And you know that's heavy that the brother's going into that because when you watch American Sniper, it shows him not being able to handle himself in regular society.
Right.
He was at a birthday party and the dog just started barking. When he saw violence, it clicked that he had to be more violent. The dog wasn't even barking at him. But it's a trigger. It turns into yeah, that's what he wants to do. Because violence is actually starting to be a part of your makeup now.
Yeah.
It's your defense mechanism. So that's why the so-called white man, he don't get no peace in the house. He'll be up at night with his wife naked letters right next to him. Ask him what he thinks about. He got no boss.
How about us? Think about us.
I got one real quick. Ecclesiastes chapter.
It's a lot now. If it ain't a little boy, he's thinking about us.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and 26. A stubborn heart shall fare evil at the last, and he that loveth danger shall perish therein. Just like the fentanyl junkies, they chasing that first high. When you talk to one of those junkies, them real junkies, the reason when somebody dies from fentanyl, the thieves rush to that spot is because they chasing that first high. They build up such a tolerance that they got to top it to get to that first high. Well, the adrenaline rush has a certain element of that too. And that's why those that love danger, they become addicted to it. You gotta take that, I just love this shit. Them niggas ain't lying. They love that shit.
Hey, like Jake like to play ball. I love this shit.
Yeah.
I love this shit. All right.
You got niggas that like
The
that.
so-called white man loves violence. That's why violence is going to return onto his head because that's what he's sown in the earth.
I know the spirit has passed. I was trying to find this particular scripture. And we're talking about the degeneracy of our people with the BC wars and all of that. This is Psalm 86. Thou makest us a strife unto our neighbors, and our enemies laugh among themselves.
This is
And they supposed to though, man. That's the Lamentations 2. They here. They supposed to though, man. Hey, we gonna do the same thing to them, man.
that's why I step off.
Right.
Play ball.
They supposed to,
Hey,
man.
we all types of niggas in the street play ball. Because when it's your turn, it's your turn. You should, as an Israelite, a man especially, you should expect it. This comes with the territory. This is your enemy's opportunity to mark you while you're down.
Get off.
Expect that.
Then laugh now, cry later.
That's it. Hey, so going back to that violence, of Esau, even white man's violence, that's 2 Ezra 5:42. So, hey, listen, the world called it karma, man.
Right.
But the Lord named it, titled it judgment, man. And the Lord like his judgment unto a ring. Hey, some of you get that? I get
Like,
that.
'cause in this society, we're taught as men that's how Esau thinks is the epitome of masculinity. And what does he put on the forefront? Being violent.
Right.
He makes it like you ain't a man to do extremely violent. Nah, the Lord, but there's a different type of righteous judgment. And then you got Esau who just loves danger and wickedness.
Right.
Real quick, it's Psalms 11 and 5, before the point pass. It says, the Lord tries the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence, his soul hated.
Hey, bro, everything that we talk about, it all points back, it's fact. There wasn't no guns in America until the so-called white man came here. Gad and Reuben and them had bow and arrows, man. There wasn't no weapons, man, that took gunpowder and bullets that came from the so-called white man. We had none in the ancient times. What are you thinking about? With all the technology that the Lord gave us through the Levites, right? They had the Urim and the Thummim. They had no damn bullets, no 50 cal, no goddamn mini machine guns and shit. Gad and Reuben had bows and arrows and hatchets. And spears.
And those type of weapons, you really gotta contemplate the level of violence. Because you gotta understand you're at risk at that point too.
Right.
When you can just push a button and the nigga disappears,
Yeah.
it's set clear.
Right.
Fucking psycho, man.
The mighty warrior.
Yeah, you ain't know. And then they on podcasts like they some mighty warrior. No, Gad and Reuben in the Northern Kingdom were actually warriors. They got on the field and the best man won.
Oh, I forget who was making the point. The so-called white man is a coward, man. This nigga making snipers that hit a nigga from a whole mile away. Why shoot her? Why shoot her? Hey, Gad and Reuben will get right up on your ass in your face. It's a right. It's a cartoon. Bro, Israel over all 12 tribes. Hey, come see me face to face,
It's a
nigga.
certain honor. They move with a certain level of honor when they deal with violence.
Hey, even a wicked nigga, Master P said, always look a man in the eye before you kill him. Not through a scope, man.
He's going to go on that. Oh, don't see things in the whites of their eyes.
Right. Damn devil, man. Hey, Esau's a coward. The so-called white man is a coward, man.
He developed a gun to shoot the
Hey, and that's why I tell you in Psalm 49, him, man that is in honor, is like the beast that perishes. Right? He is nobody, man. He's a fucking brute beast.
Hey, you say he is nobody, right?
Yeah,
Like they did.
you got it.
This is the Esther chapter 5.
Hey, before the Lord brings physical judgment, it's spiritual judgment. Hey, what did it say? A dreadful sound is in his ears. Anguish took hold of him. Why? Because this nigga like, this the Lord talking to me? Yes, it's the Lord, nigga. Listen up.
And this is Esther 5 and 11. O Lord, give not thy scepter unto them that be nothing. And let them not laugh at our fall, but turn their device upon themselves, and make him an example that have begun this against us.
That's fire.
Make him an example. That's what we pray to the Lord. Make this nigga an example.
What you reading there? Ooh, that's cold. One more time.
And it says, O Lord, give not thy scepter unto them that be nothing, and let them not laugh at our fall.
Hey, and the Lord gave him a whooping, turned him to a whooping stick, but he didn't give him a scepter. Right? He turned him to a whooping stick, but you ain't king, nigga. You just a rookie. Yeah, you a pawn and a rookie on the chessboard, nigga. You ain't even a knight, nigga.
And even when you look at the rook on the chessboard, a rook is a real brute.
Yeah.
Straight forward or sideways.
Yeah.
No cutting in this.
Yeah.
A brute beast, head first or straight across. No kind of finesse.
Oh, man.
The knight got a little finesse with it.
Yeah. That nigga
A rook just
hey, the so-called white man ain't no knight, man. What the pawns do? How the pawns move?
running, one move at a
Yeah,
time.
hey, that's Esau.
Crash on.
This nigga sit right and tell you in Proverbs 15 and 22 and Proverbs 20 and 18 that they had to sit around the record gun table. They said they come up with plans. They said without counsel, they don't do nothing. But in the multitude of counselors, war is established.
This is how you know they wicked. Because with all these councils, why is all this wickedness in the earth?
Right.
But y'all supposed to be fighting against it. How is all this wickedness growing? Y'all got a G7 something. Niggas fly all across the globe to
Right.
get to one place, and all this wickedness still coming forth. Obviously, when y'all sitting at that table, y'all planning this shit out.
Hey, we'll be sitting around. Hey, brother, pass me that 20% guy. Yeah. Them niggas sit around. Pass me the one with the extra room thrown in it. Yeah, give me a. Let me get that.
Pass that newborn baby.
Yeah, let me get that.
Look at that baby leg. Look at that baby leg. Pass the baby leg.
Is Cinemix in the house? Is Cinemix in the house? Yeah.
Right.
The Cinemix put baby.
Y'all ain't got no fried infant fingers.
They present the throne. This is our
Yeah. This nigga got a platter of shit.
I'll take a adrenochrome with a
Yeah.
little agave.
Yeah.
Little agave.
Fucking devil, man.
With a dab of hospital.
These niggas search out iniquities, man.
That's why we talk about the welfare of the wise. The multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world. Because those wise counsels under Yahweh Shai is going to be like, what's the age that Moabites is dying right now? What's the cause? Let's see if we can remedy that. We ain't trying to rush you to the grave. We want to extend your life. Let's put their pipe, let's lace their pipes with gold. Not some shit that's gonna rust and kill them.
Right.
That's what and Esau be thinking about the bottom line. Well, how much money do you need? All right, well, fuck it. Take out the gold and give me the pop. I don't give a fuck if they die. That's his mindset.
Hey, that's cold. Now go ahead.
Because what it says in Sirach 21 and 4. What's the point in terrifying doing wrong? What's the point in that?
Yeah.
This is going to waste riches.
Right.
There's no point in terrifying these other nations as long as they serve the Lord under us. There's no
And why would you want to make your workers sick?
That's show you the greed. That's show you the demented mind of Esau eating his so-called white man. That nigga has more than hardcore wisdom. And look at what he's imagining. Look at what the world is producing while this nigga's in comfort.
Yeah.
This nigga's in comfort and he's producing mass amounts of terror all across the planet, man.
because you need your servants to work. Who else is going to work?
Right.
We ain't sending no Israelite out to work.
Right.
That's madness, man.
And they ain't sending one of their elite sons or daughters out to work.
But he sent his own out there.
Right.
His middle class, and now he's destroying their ass.
Right. So you, hey, Klaus Schwab and Noah Yuval Harari, y'all ain't shit.
Yeah. And they don't have no officer. They swimming, they swimming, man. They fucking, in the kingdom, we never gonna have no Israelite working.
Right.
Job in the kingdom for Israelite that's not even a dream.
And very worst, they could be overseeing something. Hey, y'all, what's the report?
Right.
Do it this way, because Jake's mind, even 2/3, if you sit and talk to Jake, you can see Jake's mind work different from the heathens, man. It's just right now it's geared towards wickedness, but Jake's mind is different, man. Even you run into a Jake in the world and you just have a conversation, you read it through the spirit, it's like, man, that mind applied to the right thing, damn.
But yeah, the Lord, Esau got their ass focused on getting that bag, man.
Right, or being a nigga got a Nike Tech on, nigga all black, it's 90 degrees outside, nigga out there like he playing
With a
ball
hoodie
for
on
real.
this shit.
Yeah, I got his location from the Instagram. Let's roll.
Right.
We ride at dawn.
That's why the new term for niggas is ninjas, man. If they get an all black, you don't recognize it. Hey, I don't care who you are. When you see a YN walk in with all black at the dollar store, you trying to get the fuck out of the
Fuck out the way, man. Hey, Nate, I want to make a point too. They tell you in Revelation 21 that the leaves of the tree shall be for the healing of the nations. Hey, these nations gonna be able to get old, man. They're gonna be able to live out a healthy life. Only way they're gonna die young if they do some wicked shit.
Right. Yeah. That's
Which,
judgment.
I was just thinking,
Man, that's cool.
once a nigga see Esau burn up,
They gonna know smoke.
them heathens ain't gonna do no wicked shit, man.
Some of them still
Hey.
gonna remember the smell.
This gonna be the story. This gonna be the story that their grandfather's gonna be telling, their dad is gonna be telling them, hey, man, we saw Edomites die, man. Like, we saw all of them burn up. That's gonna be passed down. That's gonna be the story from every heathen nation, generations and forever.
Because the heathens are natural born followers.
Right.
They were never born.
Right.
So when they see how they leading and like to some of the Howard
Bro.
they're gonna follow that.
Oh,
Look at them now. The nations are following Esau. They bucking now,
Right.
but it's only because that nigga forced them to.
Right. And the Lord
They ain't wanna. The Moabites, the so-called Chinese, they ain't built to have war. Them niggas, they had to.
Yeah.
You push them to that level, they ain't got no choice.
They have no choice.
If not, you gonna rob them blind. They ain't gonna have nothing.
That's why the Lord got them looking towards another Edomite.
Right. But that shows you that the nations don't want to really leave. The other nations don't really want to leave. They're willing to follow, but you just gotta, if you're not gonna do it right, you're gonna force them into a corner. And that's what the Lord did ultimately.
Right, because what would make them follow, I mean, why would they follow after Esau for so long, man? They don't want to lead. And eventually, if you had any type of leadership or king quality, you'd have been like, fuck that, we get not doing that.
The same way we still following this nigga.
Right.
Because they still following this nigga right now too. Just like boy on them.
Take your ass whoopers and all. Every couple years, they gotta get out there and protest to get a bill of crumbs.
Right.
But they with it. They ain't trying to go nowhere, man.
We sick, bro.
Right. America sick, boss. What we gonna do?
The kingdom gonna be lovely even for the other nations, man. After that captivity, it's gonna be lovely because they're gonna have counselors over them that's actually looking out for their best interests. Right? That's not looking at them like, man, I got robbed. You know,
Right.
But in about 12 years, I'm gonna get all of that. Nah, brothers gonna be, Lord, when we be a part of that number, the counselors gonna be for the benefit of the nation, not to exploit them and rob them blind.
Hey, the Lord cold, bro, because you know, in Jeremiah 51, when they say, we will have healed Babylon, the fear is not healed. You know they damn magi like, listen, man, they saying, ain't no healing for America. They telling the elite this. What can we do to fix this shit? And you know you got niggas sitting around. Yeah. Boss, what can we, America's sick, boss. Yeah. But the Israelites saying they're, and they making this shit worse.
Yep. They still making it work.
Under the dominion of Yahweh outside of the elect, the blessing of them be placed upon the nation outside of the blessing of the promise.
Right.
And dominion. They're gonna, the fruit of their basket is gonna be full. They're
Right.
gonna grow peaceably. They're gonna have their own land.
Who gonna wanna fuck that up?
Nobody's gonna invade. You don't have a garrison in your land. You have an Israelite representative in your land. Hey, but outside of that,
They ain't gonna, I don't see them fucking up after Esau being destroyed, bro. When they see these niggas burn up, and like Ark said, that smell from that shit.
Oh, that's a good point. And for one of y'all, I was trying to make that point again because it brought me back to what I was going to say. Because you're going into the predestinated destiny for Esau Edom. Well, when these other nations, they start talking about what happened to him, it goes back into what happened to us. Because our family don't have nothing to talk about but slavery.
Right.
We've been glorified, we've been magnified for slavery. But the Heavenly Father is magnifying us for rulership, and you other nations, every one of you are going into captivity.
That's Zephaniah, exactly what Zephaniah 3, praise and fame in every land when we put the shame.
And they be in purple bondage.
Right.
you look because there's a righteous form of slavery.
They already serving. They just serving to the elite. Everybody's a servant to the elite. Everybody's a subject to the elite.
Bro, that's not equity, man.
No.
Hey, this is why they gotta be preserved, man. I was talking about it earlier for y'all, okay? Hey, if we're gonna be 500,000 Edomites left in the bunker, they gotta bring back all the Edomites that's gonna die. And we got the slave ships in America, right? We got the slave ships in America. Let's say it was 5,000 Negro that got a slave ship in America. Well, them 5,000 plantations have produced, and they produced hundreds of thousands, right? I'm just saying 5 is a low number. 5,000 produced 100,000. Well, the elite that's gonna be left in the bunkers, maybe 500,000 or less. All y'all gotta bring back every Edomite that get destroyed in America, and in Israel, and in the other part of the world that the Lord say, oh, you thought you was hiding behind a rock? Kill him because he in Australia. They got to bring back all the Edomites because we need service in the kingdom. You got to rebuild Jerusalem.
Because in slavery, they were doing us like that.
That's the point I was
that's
making.
the point. And they made breeding farms for us.
Right.
But guess what? Y'all gonna be breeding on Tales of the Crypt.
Man.
Y'all ladies gonna be looking horrible.
What?
They ain't gonna have no hair, no fingertips,
Boy,
no nose.
we need all good bucks
Nothing right.
with all their teeth. I need some strong ass fuck.
That's why they're teaching that
Right, they don't need no team.
there be no sex in the kingdom. That's what they're pushing. No sex in the kingdom.
Right. Oh, mama, get me the treatment. And then we got something that juniper root. You might have to give him a couple of teeth.
Fold back.
Yeah, 4 bells. Get 2 on each side. Yeah. We give him either side. We gonna make sure, yeah. Give him 8, 4 and 4. Yeah, they gonna be strong as fuck.
Hey, you know how this devil will tell you got to go back.
Oh, man.
This devil will tell you to go get your molars extracted, right?
Yeah.
But no, you gonna keep yours in. You extract everything else, though.
Juniper roots. Hey. We're gonna be sucking on juniper roots like peppermint. We're gonna be sucking on juniper roots like peppermints in the kingdom.
Right. Hey. Because the scripture say you gonna have to issue out continual employment.
Continuing employment.
Somebody gotta work.
Hey, I'm talking about, and just for the Edomites, 1,000 drawn out years, man.
Right.
And ain't no time in the kingdom, so we ain't gonna need no watch. Nigga ain't have no Rolex in the kingdom, man.
Hey, well, I already mentioned last Saturday, hey, Lord willing, Lord allow us to hold the sun for a
Hey.
few days.
Right.
No Sabbath. Right before the Sabbath.
Hey.
Hold that sun up.
Bro. And beat the Sabbath up. Get your ass back to work, bitch.
Turn up the heat.
You gonna speed up the Sabbath.
When the scriptures talk about the joy of our salvation, well, that's a part of it.
Yeah.
Having the people slop.
No, go ahead. Stop.
Having the people who ruled over you vigorously,
Yep.
to rule over them vigorously in a righteous manner. That's what it's all about. That's why like the elder brother was just talking about, the dreadful sound is in his ear.
Right.
What's that dreadful sound? The gospel of Yahweh.
Boy, the worst of the worst. That dreadful sound is the worst thing the sugar white man has ever heard in his life, man. It's what's that, Job 33? Our heart shall meditate terror, man.
Hey, don't mention it. That's the what the Lord said in Revelation 13:10. This is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Right.
That's the patience and the faith of the saints.
That's it, man.
That those who were put in the captivity to have them captured, man.
And that's why, man, constantly praying to Yahweh Shah to increase your patience. Because it said the righteous shall see the fall of the wicked, man. You want to see that, man.
Yeah. This is Proverbs 22 and the CSB. Don't make friends with an angry person, and don't be a companion of a hot-tempered one, or you will learn his ways and entangle yourself in a snare.
And that's Esau even took a white man because the scripture tell you in what's that, Amos 1:11, he has a perpetual hatred with us, man. Read that again.
Don't make friends with an angry person, and don't be a companion of a hot-tempered one.
And why is the sucker white man angry? Because he's not in the real kingdom, man. Hey, Rick Ross said, I'm in a loner party. This ain't mine. I said, damn, that nigga said that shit. He like, man, I'm in a loner body. I'm just gonna get this bag while I can. Hey, Esau is in the loner kingdom, man. He was given, what's it called, a temporal blessing, man.
Okay? Or you will learn his ways and entangle yourself in a snare.
Even when the plantation, he said, man, after the crash of 29, the elite been hiding ever since then. You'll never see them behind the crash of 29 because it was them that did that shit. So he was like, you'll never see the elites. That's when they really went into hiding. Why would you gotta hide in your kingdom? Huh? Somebody tell me. Why the hell you need bunkers for? This is your kingdom. Hey, in the kingdom, hey, we're gonna be seen all day, everywhere. Hey, like what is it, Yahweh, omnipotent, omnipotent, omnipresent, meaning the Lord is everywhere. And we're gonna be everywhere all the time, all day. Why do the elites gotta hide, man? Where y'all stay at? Put that shit on Google. Hey, we just want to be like, hey, let's go to there and that's crazy. That's David Rothschild crib. Put that shit on Google. AI, where is David Rothschild at? Chat GPT, where? I'm gonna ask Chat GPT. I ain't never did it yet.
Remember the Ocho crib?
Right. Yeah. That's the first thing I'm gonna ask Chat GPT. Where is Jesus Christ, aka David Rothschild at? Where is he? Oh, he's in
Where he living?
Wales, London Boulevard. Yeah. Bro, and then Apostle Gabar was making a point about how there's a fucking Rothschild Boulevard over there in Atlanta, Israel, man, in the state of Israel, man. Rothschild Boulevard, man. How about that shit?
Hey, because in the kingdom, even the lowest Israelites, when they enter into another land, they're going to have praise and praise. Man.
Yeah, right. Especially black.
Yeah.
But any Israelite overall, but man, these black. We got it.
This is Proverbs 22 in the CSB. Says, don't be one of those who enter agreements, who put up security for loans. If you have nothing with which to pay, even your bed will be taken from under you.
Why? Because it's a falsehood. It said don't make agreement.
No,
Right? In Isaiah 28, it said 2/3 of our people have made a covenant with death and they held out their agreement, and on the falsehood have they hid themselves. So that agreement, the Lord said he's going to disannul it. He's our Father, right? Yahweh is our Father. Yahweh Shah is our husband, right? And they disannul in any agreement that Jake made with the so-called white man. Yo, somebody want
It's Exodus 21 and 16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
Hey,
So really Esau's in debt.
right. And they go back to the restitution. In Exodus 22 is the law about the restitution of a thief, man. Oh, and Ham was the one snatched our ass up. You stole us, you bitch. And you sold it to the so-called white man.
In the ancient world, they call you a man stealer. Goddamn man stealer.
Hey, all you Hamites go. Hey, the Lord already judging y'all. The Lord jacking y'all ass up anyway. These niggas is literally chiseling that women's clitoria out, man. Them niggas is cutting that women. They are chiseling the women clitoria out, man. The Lord already judging them damn Hamites, man.
And he owed them
Flies on their lips.
He owed them one from Noah. They been with you, man. The Lord
Niggas neck got the ring in it. Take the ring out the neck, the nigga head just fall on.
They got the big ass gauges in their ears,
Hey, the Lord already jacking them Hamites up, man.
bone in their, a flake in their lips.
Yeah.
That's nasty work. That's
Nasty.
not our culture.
Nasty. And they hate us anyway.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 20 and 4.
Nigga eat mosquito pies and shit.
Right, you see them little nap
Mosquito burgers.
Fly burgers.
Yeah.
Fly burgers.
Nigga crazy as hell, man.
It's a delicacy. Nah, that's what you got the heat over there.
Necessity.
Hey, you see how they take a baboon? They'll throw
Yeah,
his whole
bro.
ass in the. They won't feel him, and then they'll grab the head while he's still cooking.
Niggas stirring the soup and then
Yeah,
the baboon
nasty
head is
motherfucker.
out the fruit.
Then
Like
they
they
put their whole
stir
hand in
the
there.
soup. You say that shit a gumbo, you see a baboon head float to the top of that shit like,
Hey, the meat be so tough. You see?
Rip it.
Boom meal, look at when the grasshopper soup.
they ain't even trying to pretend.
God damn.
They ain't even trying to pretend.
Yeah,
Look
no.
how he eats baboon. It's real over here. It's real.
Show me, hey, get you some local and dip it in honey and stuff.
That's what they do. That's their method. They take the baboon down to the side and they kill it. Damn, boy. Y'all don't have the pyramids and shit? For real?
Yeah, right, for real? These you niggas?
Is this the man?
Even though you niggas ain't build no pyramid. Damn, these you niggas that was over that shit?
That was reduced. They're reduced there.
You got it all.
And eat them. Your ass next, man.
Well,
That's right.
yeah.
If there's no more wisdom in teaming,
Nope.
your ass going down too, man.
No more with it. Dude.
It's Ecclesiasticus chapter 20 and 4. As is the lust of a eunuch to deflower a virgin, so is he that executes the judgment with violence.
Hey, that's another atrocity that Esau has committed as well. He makes men eunuchs and then forces them to watch over his concubines and stuff like that. That's nasty.
Damn, he say he uses judgment.
Yeah,
Violence. Read that again, bro.
Ecclesiasticus.
Hey, that's Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right.
The king of terror, Yahweh. Hey, the firstborn of death, Yahweh Shai. He coming in the stead of his father, man. That's why I tell you in Isaiah 63 and 4, the vengeance burn up in Yahweh Shai's heart, man. Because even David Guzik said that in Isaiah 63, that's talking about Yahweh Shai, man. So in verse 4 in Isaiah 63, it said the vengeance burn up in Yahweh Shai's heart, man.
Right.
You got it.
And this is the Virgin Babylon. Right?
Right.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 20 and 4, as is the lust of an eunuch to deflower a virgin, so is he that executeth judgment with violence.
Man, executive judgment with violence, man. Oh, hey, now how you always say, hey, the brother, my big little brother, always say, motherfuckers in America only understand what? Violence, man.
What he says, the universal language.
It's it, right.
That's the universal language. That's why everybody done
Damn,
David
bro.
need Esau.
One more time, bro.
Or the real king of terror.
What chapter is that?
That's fire.
That's fire,
Because
bro.
when you think about it, like the bro's going into,
Dang.
when a man is about to take a woman's virginity, he isn't thinking about that
It'll stop
woman.
raining, I think it's
Right.
He's thinking about his own lust.
Yeah, the objective.
The objective, because just even her being a slut.
Oh, my bad.
I got it. I caught it.
my pocket.
I caught it.
Got the 6 man or what?
Yeah, it was raining, so I put in.
Just walk.
That's what I was trying to see. I was trying to see was it start raining. I forgot it was in my pocket, bro. It was getting rained on, so I put
Walking like
it
you
in
had
my
a
pocket.
bungee cord on it.
Yeah, it's not raining no more.
It started raining. Okay, that was what I was trying to see.
That's how we go.
Okay.
All right, man.
You've been working so late on a Friday night.
Put in the house. I get paid the big bucks.
Not that big.
Every day.
America the Great. You enjoy your weekend, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, you can grab that on.
So if you got gangrene, you're back.
I got it.
Yeah. That should start raining? No, it's still raining, bro. Yeah, it's still raining. You sure? All right. Hey, bear with us for a moment. All right, y'all about some outside. Damn, bro, that precept fire, bro. Hey,
That's
cause
like hearing a song off beat. Like, you know, when Virginia, you hear that song and they can snare off a little bit, you know it. It's like, it's something that like, it just don't feel right. It's almost good. That's crazy.
yeah, we gotta take that from the top. Hey, cause real talk, man, Jake. Hey, Jake only understand violence, man. That's all Jake understand in America, man. That's all the so-called white man knows is violence,
The Lord
man.
will apply. The Lord will apply. That's what you want.
Right.
That's what you need. All right.
Hey,
You say you good.
And we don't see,
Right.
you need what you need.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 20 and 4, as is the lust of an eunuch to deflower a virgin, so is he that executeth judgment with violence.
That mean that he's at the ready. Because a eunuch is somebody that either don't deal with women, or he was made one forcibly, and he's forced to, it's lust for this, lust for that. You imagine a man that's around a whole lot of women that can't have sex. That lust must be out of control. He's ready.
Yeah.
That's the war with the judges.
And you know, hence I'm saying that because when you think about a man taking the virginity of a woman, her pain might cause him to hype up. See? She might, he gonna latch on. You see, well, that's how Yahweh Shai is gonna come and take and display his judgment. The more screaming, okay, the climax of the movie, it's finally here. So you've been anticipating this for so long. That's what the Lord is doing. He's anticipating his judgment. That's what gets it. That's what makes Jake That's what makes Jake fall short, is that anticipation. The Lord is gonna fall short. Because that anticipation, it can throw you off. You're playing a hard, long game. Day to day. They say we tiptoe. It's been a month. Saying all right shit, don't want to fuck up nothing. He say, talk your way out of it. Nah, the Lord gonna execute perfectly. That's right. That's right.
Execute judgment with violence, man.
Right. And he's gonna do it publicly.
Yeah, it gotta be public.
Right.
That's the only way. That's the only way Yahweh judges, man. The Lord never did nothing secret. You picked up, hey, the guy that picked up 6 on the Sabbath, bring him out here. You got a stubborn son, bring him to the elder.
Rock shot.
Hey, you got a stubborn daughter, bring him to the elder. She a whore? Yeah. It was all done in the open, man. And this is what the Lord is doing. He's finna judge, all the judgment of the Lord, gonna be violent openly, man. That's the title for a lesson. The judgment of the Lord will be openly violent, man. You got that.
Isaiah 47:9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment in one day. The loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection. For the multitude of thy sorcery, and for the great abundance of thine enchantment. And the Lord is going to come with the perfection and judgment.
Look at the scripture that ain't highlighted.
Yeah.
Bro, I want to tell you, I ain't never read it, bro. All them scriptures, I said nothing, bro. I only got every other scripture highlighted except that one in the number. Yeah, bro. That shit, boy, I'm finna use that so much.
Yeah. But that's the importance of the body. See, because brothers are bringing different parts of Yahweh Shai to the table.
Damn,
It shows you the liveliness of this word, man. There's always something new. There's always a refreshing that comes.
it is.
The word is never stagnant. You're always learning something, even on precepts
I
that you
can't
already.
believe ain't no real though, bro.
Hey, the apostles and elders always bring out new information going into the same precept, man. This is all that shows you how lively this book of ours is, man.
Right.
And now that we're seeing these prophecies pop up, it's showing you even more how much lively the Bible is, man.
And that's heavy. Hey, going into the title of the lesson, what bro was saying, judgment's gonna rain down like the rain. Well, that judgment, it also entails to the wisdom as well. Because the prophets, they're the one bringing forth that judgment.
Right.
Yahweh Shai's name is connected to the judgment of Esau Edom. And also 2/3 of our people, and hopefully the Lord's elect would be a part of that number. So it's like rain. Everybody's catching it. And it don't matter if you're inside or outside. You got even when you're inside, you got caught in the rain.
Yeah. Hey, that's everything.
You gotta wait.
You gotta wait. That's how you know.
Man,
That's how you know the mind of the Lord, because it withstand the test of time. No matter what era you were in, Wayne was always going to be a part of it. The wisdom of the Lord is being made present again.
That's that Sirach where it says he poured out the doctrine for all ages forever.
Right. It's always, the words of the Lord are always true, no matter what time period you live in. It's always true. That shows you you're dealing with a mind above time. His words are not confined to time. That's what prophecy is so important. It tells us where we are in his time.
That's what a comfort is, because coming out of the world, we were on our own timeline, a moral timeline. But now we've been made privy to the counsel of the Lord. And now we understand how he does things, how he judges how he moves through measures of time. Now we understand how the Lord moves, and now we understand that, okay, instead of us wanting everything to come to pass at once, the Lord works through measures of time. And once he does one thing, the next thing is right after that.
Yep.
And then it's right after that. Like the apostles and elders always say, it's like a snowball effect. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until it's going to be out of control.
America known as the whore, right? Revelation 17, well, she's prevailing with pain.
Yep. That's exactly it. And she's getting ready to get touched. Getting ready to get touched. You know, these 245 years that America has been in power. All right, it's getting ready to get touched in a way that it's never been touched before.
249 years.
Yeah, and they actually just celebrated 250 years of the military, American military.
Right.
So this is the end, man.
Yeah.
America, with the rest of you Edomites, you're gonna suffer for this.
Right, because they've been at war. Even then, they've been at war for 225 years.
Yep.
They haven't known peace since they founded the
Yeah,
territory.
that nigga ain't never known no down.
And the Lord is going to bring you what you glorified yourself in, and which is war. Esau glorified himself in war. He glorified himself in his ability to overtake.
That's an Edomite, bro.
That's nasty.
That's an Edomite, bro.
Having something like that even walk around your kingdom is diabolical, man.
Damn, must be a fly, man.
That's nasty.
Damn, this nigga got the little, what they call the little shit? The baby, you got a little girl, baby? They got the little shit, the little bamboo, got a little bow on it. When it's a little girl. This nigga got one of Edomite, man. They got a dress on. An army fatigue dress at that.
Yeah, a rumble. Ex-military.
That nigga cool. Is this the nigga?
They want no Arab dress.
That nigga drop bombs in
That
here?
nigga had a mini on.
Yeah, that nigga got a mini.
He got a tennis
A
skirt
t-shirt. That's an unfatigued t-shirt.
Even having something like that in the closet, not even walking around, is abomination.
Yeah, bro, that shit is madness.
And now you trying to tell people that that's normal? And we crazy?
Bro, this nigga, bro, hell no.
Walking around in dresses and we crazy.
Bro, I don't know what it's called, but I done seen like different people. They have like little babies. That's a little girl with the little shit around their head with the little bow on it.
Newborn.
Twist to the side. This Edomite just had one on with a fucking unfatigued t-shirt, like a dress, man.
And then the other Edomite took off behind him like,
Damn, where you going?
"Really, slow down. Slow down.
This shit is crazy.
You proud too.
All right, I got one, bro. This Ecclesiastes chapter 16 and 26 in the GNT.
Ain't no way this nigga control the resources, man.
It says, in the beginning, the Lord did his work of creation and gave everything a place of its own.
Right.
This nigga dropping the shit.
Yeah.
Hey, imagine you walk out, you see this nigga driving this.
Nigga on the ship.
You know where you going?
Damn, I should have put that Edomite on camera. Ain't no way this nigga running Lockheed Martin, man.
Right.
That shit is crazy.
And what something said like an error.
Right.
Hey, like the elder bro just said, these are the type, that's why they allow these things to be practiced on your jobs as well. Because a lot of your leaders, they're weirdos behind closed doors. Well, when I was doing MMA with ex-NFL football players, when Halloween time came around, a lot of those guys with all those muscles and shit, they was cross-dressing for Halloween, man. Right, so a lot of times, like that's America in a whole. It's a deception. You think this swole man might want the woman that you with, and ultimately he wants you doing Freaky Friday.
Halloween time.
Ecclesiastes 16 and 26 in the GNT. In the beginning, the Lord did his work of creation and gave everything a place of its own. He arranged everything in an eternal order and decreed that it should be that way forever. Not one part of creation ever grows hungry, no parts grow tired or stops its work. All right, and that includes judgment. What's sown in the earth eventually is reaped, man.
Yep.
You can't get around it.
Right.
And that's what Christianity has removed from the scriptures, is the judgments of the Lord.
Right.
It removed that part.
Damn. Right.
One more time about Shalom. That's
Damn, that's cold.
Ecclesiastes
Cold.
16 and 26 in the G&T.
Hey, you devil got to pay for that. Because the Lord said, don't add or take away, man.
Right.
So, hey, that's fire because this nigga removed the judgment of the Lord to get his feel-good message, man.
Yeah, so he could sleep at night.
Right.
I was wicked. I did a lot of wicked shit to be where I'm at.
Right.
But you know what, God?
So making the point we were saying earlier about the will of the Lord, right? You remove certain parts that was the will of the Lord to say, oh, no, the Lord is lenient. He's like this. No, we'll go to him for you because these devils said, Roman Catholic Church, hey, put money in the box, we can get on the elevator and go to God for you.
It's Ecclesiastes 16 and 26 in the G&T. In the beginning, the Lord did his work of creation and gave everything a place of its own. He arranged everything in an eternal order.
That's why I said Ecclesiastes 3 is a time and place for everything. Judgment, you got it.
But the whole earth is out of course.
And the Lord appointed a time for it to be out of court.
Right.
So that
Everything
the judges will see it and be like, damn, we need to stick to this
Yeah.
This
Right.
shit is off, man. Verse 27, he arranged everything in an eternal order and decreed that it should be that way forever. Not one part of creation ever grows hungry. No part grows tired or stops its work. The parts do not crowd one another, and they never disobey his word. They don't overcrowd each other. Like the scriptures talk about how righteousness can't be planted until wickedness is uprooted.
Everything's
Otherwise, it's crowded.
Everything's purpose.
Right, beautiful.
It said it don't go tired. Nothing.
That means that judgment doesn't rest. It's always
The scripture says the Lord is angry with the wicked every day. He takes no days off.
Ecclesiastes 4 and 22. Accept no person against thy soul, and let not the reverence of any man cause thee to fall. Okay, and that's Christianity. Because they taught us to look up to these pork chop eating pastors, come as you are, eat whatever you want. You know, the Lord's judgment is done away with. And we reverence these people. Okay, these pastors are famous. Okay, but the men of the Lord are on the highways and byways saying, thus saith the Lord. Okay, we're not delivering smooth words because the Lord is austere. And we're coming in that spirit. I remember this.
There's Ecclesiastes 16 and 26 in the KJV. Says the works of the Lord are done in judgment from the beginning.
Right.
And from the time he had made them, he disposed the parts thereof. He garnished his works forever, and in his hand are the chief of them unto all generations.
Right.
They neither labor nor are weary, nor cease from their work.
That's a good point. It said in his hands are the chief of the works. And that means that in the Lord's hand is the chief judgment. This is going to be the destruction of America, Babylon, and Great. That's in the Lord's hand. The best part.
The foundation of the earth, and the foundation of the earth is the so-called white man. He's the standard in the earth, man. That's what I tell you in Colossians 2 and 8. He well is in man's spiritual philosophy, in vain to seek after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Yahweh Shah.
Verse 28, none of them hindereth another, and they shall never disobey his word.
Right, and start off and said, all the works of the Lord are done in judgment.
It say none. It say none hinder none of the judgments hinder each other. And it goes to show what's happening right now. Skirmishes that's going on with Israel and Iran, setting up the stage for World War III. Amongst that happening, you have the stage for the MOTE being set as well. You have RFK Jr. coming out with these wearables, and he's trying to push Americans to wear within 4 years. You also have the Real ID that's been pushed since July. All right, you have both stages being set. Nothing is working against each other. Everything's working in tandem. Which goes to show you that this is all the work of the Lord.
I'm gonna back up the brother's precept. Psalms 143 and 5. I remember the days of old. I meditate on all thy works. I amuse on the work of thy hand.
Read again.
Con. This is Psalms 143 and 5. I remember in the KJV.
Right.
I remember the days of old.
Right. Oh, that goes into Isaiah 42 and 9. Reading that earlier, it said about the former things the Lord told us about them, and new things before they declare. So we know about the old things of the Lord, which is the work. And the only ones that's gonna remember this is the remnant. Once you be reactivated, like, oh shit, damn, we here. Fucking way over here. What the fuck we ain't? You ain't wake up like, oh shit. You like, damn, bro. You fucked up.
That's a part of,
Damn.
that's a part of the abuse. Because when you go into abusing, that's deep thought. That's meditation.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Beautiful.
I ain't know that shit.
Which comes from the word amuse.
Right.
Right. This is Psalms 143 and 5. I remember the days of old. I meditate on all thy works. I muse on the work of thy hand.
Hey, because remember, when you wake up, you're supposed to be at home. Right?
Oh, right.
You ain't waking up at some strange fucking place like, what the fuck?
Right.
Like you had a party, you got drunk. No. You know, Noah know when he got drunk, he was in the tent.
Yeah.
Bro, when you supposed to wake up at home. So we woke up being revived like, oh shit, the Lord did that shit for real.
And the more you go to work,
Damn.
the more the alarm clock goes off, it's like you wake up in
Yeah, you
Narnia.
said it, man.
Yeah, you like, man, this ain't right, man. This can't be right. You riding to work. The best thing you got going for you is what the Lord gave you, and that's an opportunity to actually teach His word and actually profess how you feel about this place.
High calling.
That goes into that Isaiah 1, where it says the ox knows not his owner, the master still.
Right.
You have some animals, some mules, especially horses, they'll find themselves lost and they just start on back home.
Basically a cat and a dog.
Right, that's the elect. Because like Lord said, we woke up in a strange place. But the Lord said, this people hear his voice and they don't follow. And they heard that people heard the Lord's voice and they on their way back home.
Hey, that's the point I was making. When the Lord revived us and woke us up, we like, man, this ain't our fucking house. Fuck, man, what the fuck I was doing? They like, look, this when you, like, I don't know, I think about Martin when this was quote, oh, screw when the ghost came and got him, shook him and showed him this, doing this, you was being nasty, you was doing this, nothing. The Lord like, come on, you was over there, look. And I don't know that she was nice, she was these niggas. These wicked ass niggas, these niggas got guns all in their shit. Got guns, niggas, that nigga pants hanging there. Remember you was doing that shit? You was over there. Like, oh shit.
That's why David said, he says, I was used by thy works. Because even in your lowest state, you saw different times where the Lord was actually dealing with you. You saw different hints, different signs. The Lord guided you in different directions.
Yeah.
You took a direction you couldn't even choose for yourself.
Right. And that's like the angel just grabbed you like, hey, let me show you where you was at some years ago.
You know, the reason why you want to go home is because you remember how good you have been.
Right.
You know, a lot of things don't realize because they haven't woken up. The Lord didn't wake them up.
Right, yeah.
They don't realize how good we have it under the banner of Yahweh Bashem. We have it good at home. The Lord set us up to live forever.
We had it perfect at home. Now we just surviving.
At best.
At best.
And that's what we deserve.
Right.
That's mercy.
Yeah, it's mercy. Real talk.
Because if you think about it, how bro was going into, home is supposed to be a place of peace and rest. Well, guess what? The Lord promised that in the kingdom to come. He didn't promise that here. Scripture says what? Arise ye depart. This is not your rest. You're not supposed to be in a state of comfortability here. You're not supposed to. Go ahead. You got it, bro. You got it. You're not supposed to want bills. You're not supposed to want to pay child support. You're not supposed to be in a state where you can't even raise the kids that you planned.
Right.
But this is the way the Lord set it up, because if you had all these things, why would you need the Lord? The Lord gave it to the elect. He gave wisdom to the elect to see how far gone they really were, man.
Hey, this is Sirach or Ecclesiastes, chapter 40 and verse 28. It says, "My son, lead not a beggar's life, For better is it to die than to beg. And this whole life has been us begging.
Yep. We've
Especially
been
coming out of
widows,
the world.
widows and fatherless.
Right.
So it's when beggars.
We've been beggars. And the Lord said it's better to die than to lead a beggar's life. And for 2/3 of our people, they still begging the so-called white man to save them out of a situation that the Lord put them in, man. The Lord said it's better to die than to live a beggar's life. We got to beg for water, food, transportation, and clothing, man.
Deuteronomy 12 and 9. For ye are not as yet come to the rest and the inheritance which the Lord your God given you.
Hey, it's like waking up. Waking up, you see that smell, you're real cooking that meal. Yeah, you smell that good ass meal. Yeah, incense burning before you took a little nap. Right, you wake up smelling that food like. We woke up smelling this foul ass shit like, what the fuck is this? This shit is foul. This smell like a sewer. What is this shit? Hey, Lamentations 5 and 1. Got it. Wow. Got his ass. We go, oh, that ain't even the boat. That nigga got some time right in his head. Yeah, Tupac. Yeah. The elder got him from. I'm going to do a lesson on this nigga. Lamentations 5 and 1. Remember, O Yahweh, what is to come upon us, consider and behold our reproach. Our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens. We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows. We have drunken our water for money, and our wood is sold unto us. Our necks are under persecution.
Hey, that shows you how bad we're in captivity. Our wood is being sold to us.
Right.
Our
Oh,
inheritance.
that's cold. It's our wood. Yeah, our wood. That's cold. We have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us. Our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest. And that's in Deuteronomy 28. The Lord said, we shall have no rest on the sole of our feet. We have given the hand to the Egyptians and the Syrians to be satisfied with bread. Damn, bro. Our wood is sold unto us. Our own shit.
That's like some.
Because the Lord said the earth will give it to us, man. You got it.
That's like somebody stealing your house and then selling it back to you.
Yeah, that's
That's grimy.
good.
And that's what Esau is doing to our inheritance. He sell us our inheritance every day. He make you pay provision to watch what's going on with the animals, what's going on with the creation.
Right.
You know, he sell you the Lord's creation, man. He's selling you water. He's selling you resources.
You gotta have a license to fish, man.
Right.
That shit
What
is
is
mad,
that?
bro.
Everything.
Right. I want to add a room onto my house.
Permit.
You gotta go get your goddamn permit.
You can't even buy one of those little
With
sheds.
the permission is here.
Right, you can't even put one of those little sheds in your backyard. You gotta go get a permit, right? You can't install it yourself.
I want to put this
And then they come and inspect it.
Right.
Right.
What?
And then if they find one in your backyard, they could potentially take your house away.
Yeah, he's one of ours. Monsanto.
But what we see is the Lord is revealing this man's wickedness like he's revealing a tornado or a hurricane, man. We know the forecast. We understand that judgment's going to come down in the rain. And when we see that rain coming, that's what we're going to hide into our refuge, which is Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Okay?
He's gonna come in like a flood, and the Lord gonna lift up that standard. Hey, the Lord, the judgments of the so-called white man, we're watching it play out, man. We're watching the judgment of the Lord play out on the so-called white man. And it's gonna get real violent out here. So stay prayed up. And we're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Mukakodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elder bishop, and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether accepted or not. And sincere salutation to all our completion this truth, believing this truth for the full ends of the earth, the entire world. Shed light to those who elect. Shalom to the Agua who are listening, learning. If you sisters were listening, go out tuning in, go out for your precepts. Till next time we say shalom.
Wow, 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 wow.